Welcome back, everybody, to the Average Overlanders podcast. I am Jared.
And I am Ben.
Yay, us. And we got two awesome guests back with us tonight.
Double trouble.
Are they always double trouble? Was last week, too?
I don't know. They're always double trouble.
Yeah, I guess so. All right.
Eric is Shelby's sidekick.
That's true.
Yeah.
We all know who runs as his Overland. It's Shelby. And then Eric's just there
That's true.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Welcome
true.
back.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
Back.
Nice to be here.
Yeah.
Super awkward intro.
I think I was like waiting for the intro music.
I was
I'm
waiting
used
for it
to,
too.
Right.
I'm used to hearing that.
Sorry. Yeah, we took that off because there was like, when we actually produce it, it's like all muffled and weird.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
really?
all like
People are having issues
downgraded.
trying to hear it. So we just cut it out. I just added into.
That's like what I was waiting for. I was waiting for like the lead up, and, like, the build up.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute, are you guys doing this for real right now?
Did we let you down? Did we let you down?
You let me so down.
I can redo it if you want.
No, it's fine.
I can sing it. I'll put it on my phone. Just play it out loud for you. I don't even know how our intro goes.
But yes, the mastermind is
Yes.
Shelby.
Mrs. Shelby.
I don't know about that. Maybe.
Wow.
Who doesn't have it?
You can't admit it to everybody.
Who's in charge of navigating?
Wait, hold on. Who am I talking
Yeah.
to on Instagram?
Oh, it's not me. It's not me.
Are you
It's not you?
sure?
Positive.
Okay. As is Overland.
Who's
When
not-
you message,
Wait, who's
as is
messaging on there
Overland.
then?
If your dad got your account,
It's Terry.
No, I feel like
doubt it. Yeah.
I feel like that's like pretty much my main account. I have my private account.
Yeah.
But then that's the main account that I use, but like I'm not good at posting shit. I'll still like
You
message
posted your whole trip we're
I'll-
about to talk about.
Yeah, I messaged her. She
that was me.
trying to post it.
Yeah, see.
And then I forgot about it. Well, didn't like forget about it, but then I like finally got her to like send me all the photos that she took. And then I posted them. What was that this morning or yesterday?
today.
Something like
It was
that.
recent.
I don't know. I like just posted it. I was like, all right, I'm going to post a little bit.
Well, that's why when he said you guys were coming on, I was like, are they back from their trip yet?
Well, you can't post where you are while you're traveling because then all their fans will stalk them there.
Yeah, all of our fans. Yeah, so many of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of weird though
I
because
almost ran into you. I was trying to find you.
right, a lot of the guys though. I follow like a lot of other third gen Forerunner guys and shit like that.
Yeah.
and I'd been seeing stuff like pop up, and a bunch of these guys were like in the same exact spots, like on Ophir Pass and all that stuff, like the day after us.
Yep.
And I was like, that's a trip. It's like I never see this stuff pop up the entire time my feed's going on, and then all of a sudden, like as soon as I get back from the trip, I see it pop up all the time.
Yep.
Government.
Yeah.
They're tracking.
Instagrams.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
They know where you're at.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, you came on today to tell us about your trip.
Is that what I did?
No.
Yeah. You had a pretty epic trip,
I
man.
thought Shelby was supposed to tell us about the trip.
I don't think so. I'm just here for the participation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
To work the iPad for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, she was your navigator, right?
Yep.
I do. That is something I do. I do navigate.
So who planned the trip? Like did you guys, was it spontaneous or did you guys plan this one out for a bit?
I think we only talked about it for like maybe a month.
Okay.
Like because we were originally going to go up to Pacific Northwest again.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were just like, well, you know what? We haven't done Colorado. We've been talking about Colorado for years.
Right.
Like,
Same.
screw it. Let's go to Colorado.
Yeah, it was a time off thing because I didn't have enough time to go to Oregon. I got 5 days
that's
off of
right.
work. So we did Colorado because it was closer.
Yeah, Colorado is a little bit closer. And I don't know. I feel like when you're just kind of not completely planned out, you're just kind of like, we just want to hang out in this area. It makes it kind of nice because then you just can just wing it the whole time
Yeah, a little more spontaneous.
with a little bit of planning. And I guess you could say a little bit of planning. I thought I was doing a shit ton of planning. So I was watching constant videos on trails and towns and history and
trying to find like some POIs that you want to go and
downloading all the maps and researching all the trails and if my 2-wheel drive with a rear locker could make all these trails, and if they couldn't, and everybody said no, they can't. It can't make it. You can't make it. You can't make it.
Yeah. Don't even bother.
Guess
And
what?
and I didn't make it.
Oh,
Wait, you didn't
They're
make
right.
it?
No, I didn't make a couple of the trails. Yeah. It's
Which trails did you not make?
well, yeah, I don't know. We could get to that.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
want to
yeah.
get to it right now? You want to get to it right now?
Well, let's just get into the trip, man.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, like how you
Yeah, well, let's get into
Should we start from the beginning,
planning. Yeah.
or what are we doing?
What was
Eric
your
was in his
plan?
driveway packing his truck.
Yeah.
No. It starts before he's prepping his vehicle.
Okay.
wow.
You want to start
Anything
with day
new?
one? Okay.
Day one of prep.
Prepping. Day one prep.
Day one prep is like-
1995. Just kidding. No, actually, the Little Smokies camp out was perfect little run for me because I loaded out the truck with pretty much like 95% of the weight that I would have, and full load out and all that jazz. And went up there, figured out a couple things that I needed to fix, figured out a couple things I needed to leave at home. I don't need this, that, and so forth and so on. You know how it goes. But one of the big things was Jason from Opt Off Road pointed out my rear end sagging just a little bit more than it should. And I already put the Old Man Emu, what was it? The Old Man Emu
Adeleaf?
891s springs in there. Springs. It's supposed to be like 600
it's
plus pounds or whatever.
You got
coils. Yeah,
sorry.
sorry.
At least, yeah.
I was
Yeah.
thinking Mike Tacoma. Sorry.
Right. And it's supposed to be like 600 plus pounds or whatever. So I was like, okay, this should be good. But I'm adding about 900 pounds. So when I went through all my gear and I started adding it all together with the front bumper, rear bumper, rock sliders, all the gear, water tank, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, yeah, man, you shouldn't be down that low. You should be a little higher. So he recommended the Old Man Emu 891s, which is, I think he said it's like for a GX or something like that. Like, I can't remember. Don't quote me on this, but he told me like it was like it's supposed to be like for another vehicle, but it works for the third gen 4Runner, and it's like supposed to be 300 plus pounds and
extra.
more.
Yeah,
you know. And actually, on my way back from Big Bear, I have those two. In my rear end, I have the extended bump stops from Duro Bumps.
Yeah.
And I was like hitting so hard, bottoming out, that I actually destroyed the Duro Bumps. Like I ripped off the ends of them because I was hitting so hard.
Yeah, you showed me that. That was
Yeah, and I was like, son of a bitch. So ended up getting the new rear coils, the Old Man Emu from Opt Off Road. He got them to me in time. So basically, right before the trip, like on Thursday after work or something like that, I went out there, dropped the rear end, put in the new coils, and I could barely fit them in. Like I have extended rear brake line, and I could barely, like, I had to detach everything, dude. And I felt like I was gonna break the brake line to squeeze it in there, and I was like trying to mess with the articulation.
You don't have like
try to squeeze it in
compressors or anything like that.
Well, I had it. I got it in on one side, and I had to use a spring compressor on the other side.
Shit,
but I try to avoid using those things because those things are freaking sketchy as fuck. Yeah, exactly. Super freaking sketch, dude. I don't like using them. I don't know.
No, dude, yeah.
Some professional will be like, they're totally safe, and I'm like, I don't give a shit,
dude. And just
right, right.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't trust those things.
Fuck.
Yeah. So I got the springs in on time. Thanks, Opt Off Road. Thank you for getting me those. And then I actually hit up Duro Bumps and told them my situation. They're like, well, like, are you pulling like a super heavy trailer? Like, our Duro Bumps shouldn't break like that, because I sent them photos and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like the only time we ever see this happen is like you're pulling a trailer down a trail and you're just beating the crap out of them. Once the rubber gets heated up, gets brittle and it will tear, whatever. And I was like, nah, dude, I'm running these coils and this is how much weight. And he's like, well, obviously you're overloaded your coils. And they ended up actually sending me brand new bump stops.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
nice.
hell yeah, it's like $250
Yeah, I
for like
know.
a set of those damn things.
Oh,
That's
they
why
just
I haven't
swapped
bought
them.
them
Oh, they
yet.
just like
Huh?
they just warrantied them out for you, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, that's fucking
I
rad.
sent him the photos and stuff, and he was like, all right, cool. Like,
Duro
we're
Bumps.
gonna send you new ones, So he
Oh.
sent me new ones.
That's badass.
Yeah,
Cool.
hell yeah. So I'm gonna swap them out. I'm like, hell yeah.
Keep the other ones in the back as backups or something.
right, right.
Well, Opt Off Road, they actually deal Duro Bumps too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that
okay.
where you originally got them or no?
No, I think where did I get? I think I got them directly from Duro Bump.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I think, but it's been a while. I had them for a bit because I got them in the front too. I got because on the front it's like two sets. So you have like one in the front of the lower control arm and one in the back of the lower control
I
arm,
see what
and
you're
then
saying.
you have one in the very back.
Yeah, for the actual.
For the full set, it's like 3 sets.
Do you, okay, like I've been thinking about getting them on my Colorado. Do they really like soften the bump?
I mean, from me tearing the freaking tops off of them, I think they work great. Like I was hitting them obviously really hard.
Bucks.
I think so. I mean, you're saving your suspension, or you're saving your frame, suspension, all your parts, like
All the banging,
yeah, everything. You know what I mean? You're not, I don't know. This
How much are
stresses
they?
you're putting on everything.
Like
Around,
250.
ballparkish.
It's like $250
For a
each set.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not too. I was just thinking like
About it was like
versus,
$241 or something.
doing like some hydro bumps or something like that, but those get expensive. So
Yeah, those get real expensive.
Yeah, they're all super freaking expensive. It's crazy.
But this is like a high quality rubber and
yeah.
engineered.
I've had
properly.
like back in the day. I think I ran some like I don't remember what brand. Some polyurethane. I had the rubber ones, and then they told me, "Oh, switch to the polyurethane ones." And like instead, those would just fracture and fall apart a lot worse than the rubber ones. So
Like the rubber ones would like warm up and
they still
crease,
have
but the polyurethane ones
would just break. They're brittle.
They become brittle
Yeah.
and snap. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the rubbers are the better
Yeah,
way
because
to go.
the factory bump stops on my Colorado is just like hard as a rock, and they're real stubby, and they just like don't add
Don't do
anything.
anything, yeah.
They just go bam.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah. But I kind of noticed that though too, because like I had you guys have been to my house, you know those two big dips coming up at my house.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Like I would go out to like test my suspension real quick, and I would just hit
Little
those
spot.
dips hard as shit, and just boom, boom, you know.
Yeah.
And I remember you were giving me the eye because I told you I was like, I'm gonna switch out the coils like right before the trip, and you're like, ooh, that's kind of sketch, you know, like right before you go to Colorado, and I went ahead and did it. Great decision, dude.
Stoked.
Like,
So Jason pointed it out, and he was like, "Yeah,
yeah, dude, the coils and everything that he recommended, dude, freaking perfect, dude. Like I mean, you can even attest to it, and you barely ride in it. The ride felt way better.
That's rad.
Like all the weight and everything in that thing, dude.
Felt leveled out a little more.
Yeah, we were flying down roads, hitting shit pretty accidentally pretty hard.
Accidentally. I hit my head a couple times.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
hit your head."
I did. I
Are you
did.
wearing a seatbelt?
Yeah, I was, and it was locked
Flopping around in
too.
there,
So
probably.
And the seatbelt was locked. Yeah, yeah. But I was Anyway, it was a good time. But anyway,
Testing it out.
You tested them out. Yeah.
yeah.
They were
So
worth it.
we tested them out.
Did
It was
they-
worth it. Thank you.
When you got home, did they end up like sagging a bit, or are they still pretty
No, they're still nice and perky right now.
nice? Nice.
Yeah, I'm kind of doing that like the
Stink
rear
bug
end's a little
almost.
stink
Yeah.
buggy, right now. But
That's fine. So
because I
you-
put the front coilovers on, because even when I was fully weighted in the back, I was still like about a half inch higher.
it'll settle about maybe a half inch after a while.
Yeah, I
so,
figured.
it'll
I'll
be
wait.
good.
Old man emu is kind of like known for settling a little bit too. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's absolutely true, but that's what everybody says. So
I think every set of springs I've ever had end up settling a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's typical.
yeah.
Well, that's nice. Shit.
But so we didn't really have a whole lot of time to plan for the trip. We were just kind of like, hey, let's go exploring. And we knew the area that we wanted to do. We wanted to, I mean, ideally, we would love to hit like most of the state. She's the only one that's been there before. I haven't never been to Colorado before.
Oh, okay.
So she's been to Estes Park.
yeah, like
And-
Denver, Aurora, Centennial area.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
And she loved it.
Yeah.
I keep seeing parts of Colorado that I want to go to, obviously. And I'm like, well, since we only have like basically a week off, really, 9-10 days with weekend,
Yeah.
let's just try to hit like the part that's closest. And the part that's closest is, obviously, Southwest Colorado, which is Telluride, Silverton, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ouray.
Ouray.
Ouray. Yeah.
Sorry.
I felt like everybody was pronouncing it differently. I don't know.
you'll get in trouble.
Ouray, our Ray.
I've
I
never
don't know.
been there. I just like saying
Prescott,
Ouray.
Prescott.
Ouray.
Yeah. You can tell who's from out of town.
Prescott.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. People mention that. Too. Oh, he knows what he's talking about. He said Prescott. Like, well, it's pronounced
It'll muffle our
Prescott because that's how it's spelled, and I was told to sound it out as a child. That's
Hooked on phonics.
Yeah, exactly. But so I was just basically was just looking up all these trails and figuring out, what I can actually do, and beyond the trails, we just wanted to see the area.
Yeah, you want to get to a general location and explore from there.
Yeah. So we took off on Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, Friday when she got off work. Hot dogged it out there, made it out to like Flagstaff. We were basically just south of the top end of.
Yeah, 'cause we're out in we're in SoCal, so yeah.
Yeah, we're in
Took the
SoCal.
40 out.
So yeah, went out and made it to just south of the.
Munns Park.
Oh,
Well, we were at Munns Park, but we were just south of the Schnebley Hill,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
the little exit on the top end. You know?
yeah.
We just camped out there for the night, and then the next day we made it all the way up into Colorado. The first day we went up to the Last Dollar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Last Dollar.
the first day we went and hit the Last Dollar Trail, which is supposed to be an easy trail. It's a scenic trail.
Yeah, good way to start it off, kind of ease into it.
It's on this end right here. I'm showing a map
yeah,
right
yeah,
here.
this guy's a little, is
That
that Onyx or guy or
This is Onyx.
Onyx? Okay, I can't see from this far.
So it's a little trail right here. And I had no idea why they call it Last Dollar. But once we got there and started seeing this spot, I can totally understand why they call it Last Dollar.
Oh, really?
Because you'd fucking spend your last goddamn dollar to get that view, man.
Oh, for real?
Like either that or you're spending your last dollar to live there.
Yeah.
Because all those freaking houses were $14 million freaking homes.
Millions of dollars.
Like,
millions.
yeah, they got like their own private airport right there and all this
Yeah.
shit, like right next to Telluride.
Some baller shit
But
up there, yeah.
yeah, I found myself stuck in that Owen Wilson loop.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Everywhere we drove, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, this place is freaking gorgeous, dude.
Makes you rethink your life.
And she's doing the same thing. I look over at her and she's got tears in her eyes and she's like, why am I with this guy?
Oh, yeah.
I could have a millionaire living out here in Colorado.
Last dollar.
Yeah, dude.
Or
I saw it in your eyes. I saw it.
a third gen 4Runner, 2-wheel drive with a locker and some sweet new springs.
That's a tough,
That's
tough.
right.
Yeah, baby.
Just saying.
I think you made the right decision.
Yeah, she fucked. But yeah, we just we went out there and started exploring, and man, like I just can't get it out of my head how beautiful that place is. So we're like immediately as soon as we have internet service, we're looking up like
Oh, Zillow.
what's for sale out here.
the same thing, dude.
We got
It's a cute little town. What would it cost to move here? Yeah.
yeah, we gotta live freaking an hour and a half away to be able to afford anything, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It's definitely worth seeing. I'm pretty sure.
So the trail name was Last Dollar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Last Dollar Trail or road or
Something.
That's debatable. It was
Sure.
last dollar something.
something like that.
If you Google it, I'm sure it'll pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, I think the next night we ended
So
up
wait,
getting a hotel in Telluride.
Did you camp out off of Last Dollar?
Yes, we did.
did.
So once you get
So
past
there's
all these,
dispersed camping.
Yes.
Okay,
there is
okay.
dispersed camping up
you get
there.
past
Yeah.
all the
Yeah, we were kind of bummed out. We were like a little bummed out. It was still like a nice spot, but we were cruising up there and we found like this little, almost kind of like a little hidden trail almost that like tucked back into the woods.
Ooh.
Like it didn't look well traveled at all. Like it looked kind of tight. Like you would not be able to get a tundra back there,
No.
right? Like
Some
you
scratches
would
on the
be
way in.
you'd be scratching shit for sure. Like
Yeah.
anyway. But so we cut back up into the woods and we're like, oh, I wonder where this goes. Just checking it out. And there was like the perfect spot. We're like, oh, look at that. It has the badass view. Looks over the valley. It's going to be sick. This is going to be perfect. And we start pulling down the road and there's somebody already there. We're like, damn it.
Oh, damn.
So I immediately like slam on the
Always.
brakes, back out. You know,
Yeah,
we ended up just like
defeated. Yeah.
going back into the woods and just camping out in the woods for the night because we're pretty tired.
Yeah. They had a killer view. I think that's what we
Did
tagged
you
it
drop
on.
a pin? Yeah, you drop a pin on that one.
We
Oh, yeah,
did.
we
Camp with killer
Dude.
view.
Yeah.
Yeah, we pinned like 400 different freaking campsites, dude. We were like,
Oh,
the confirmed pin, confirmed
You roll
pin.
into their camp and you're like, just dropping a pin.
Don't mind us. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And we got to take a little picture so we know where it was. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. Then from there, we woke up in the morning. What did we hit after that? Where did we immediately go? Did we go into town?
I think we went
We went
into
into town,
town.
and took the
we took the trolley, the
That's what it
gondola
was.
up, and then we got lost on it. Because it goes through different areas. Like it goes to a shopping center, it goes to a market. It keeps going. You have to get off, and then you have to get back on. It was pretty cool. It's free to do.
yeah. They have like the sky cable gone like a chairlift, but it's like,
Yeah.
enclosed.
Yeah.
So they have that thing goes up the mountain, up to Mountain Village.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
you go up one, but you don't realize that like that one like hits the top of the peak and then keeps going back down the peak. on the other side.
Oh, okay.
So if you stay on it, you just keep going up to
Just
the
keep
top
going
and
to
then
the
back down the other side.
Oh.
And we didn't realize that. We hopped off at the top, like thinking, this
Yeah,
is where the
it's
shops are. We're going to get some coffee
little
or whatever.
restaurant
You know
up
what I mean?
here.
And there's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
nothing up there except for like trails, mountain bikers taking bikes back down the trails.
Oh.
Or, like you're supposed to go skiing or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Obviously, there's no snow yet. It started snowing while we were there, but so then we were like, oh shit, we got to get back on. So we get back on, then it takes you back down the hill on the other side down into Mountain Village, right? Mountain Village? Yeah. And then you get off there, and that's where all the shops are. But then there's like, I don't know, 40 yards away, there's another another gondola that goes up. Like you get on again, and it keeps going. And we're like, well, is this the town?
Just keep
Or
hopping
what?
and hopping.
And there's a sign that says like market this way, like hop back on the gondola. So then
Alright.
we're like, okay, well, I guess the market, like the shopping's over there. So let's go check it out. So we hop back
Right.
on it. But it takes us to like the other end, which is like a grocery store market. It's
When
just
you-
like a grocery store, like a Sprouts.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh
exactly.
shit. Like,
They
I
just
didn't-
got everything spaced out, so you got to take gondolas to everything or something.
Yeah.
They
Kinda,
did.
yeah.
I felt like it wasn't clear. When I hear market center, I'm not just thinking that there's a
The
grocery, store at the end.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Yeah.
like this market, like
yeah, like a bazaar or
shopping
something, you know?
center.
that whole
Yeah.
shopping center is called Market Center, isn't it?
Exactly.
Something, yeah, right?
It's not.
No.
You get up there, there's one grocery store, and then I think there was a place called Tacos and Coffee that wasn't
That's a
open.
good combo.
Yeah.
That's my jam, dude.
Well, here's the thing though, too, is like apparently we were there like on like the twilight season or something, you know what I mean? Like where it's like right after it was like really popular summer season where everything's open.
okay.
But it's right
think they're
before it's like
shutting
the winter
down?
skiing season when everything's open.
They're taking their little break.
So you're like,
everybody's-
yeah, you're right in that twilight zone where like there's like they literally have signs on their doors, a bunch of businesses, and they admit it. They're like, open all summer, these hours. When it comes down to this time and these months, we might be here. You know what I mean? Like it'll like literally say like we
super,
might be open.
Aloof, just
Good luck. You know what I mean? Like, okay, cool. Mountain life, I guess.
Yeah.
right. That'd be rad.
But yeah, we went up there and got breakfast at like some expensive restaurant, and I didn't think it was good.
It wasn't.
I
It was all right.
You like the potatoes.
I like the potatoes.
But the coffee sucked.
Coffee was bad. The
Wait,
eggs
is
was
this the
bad.
coffee and taco place?
No, this is like we went back. Like we had to take once we took the second
Out of
gondola
the market center back
Got
to the store, we had to go back to the actual village place because we just like wanted some good coffee and a breakfast, so then we could start hitting
Yeah.
trails or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
start your morning. Yeah.
Yeah, we want to check out the area. So we ate breakfast and it just was not satisfactory.
That's
I don't remember the name of that damn place, but
It doesn't matter.
if the place looks fancy, it might not be good.
Dude, I've been like surprised. Like we were in Mammoth and we're like, okay, we need to find like a little coffee shop, grab like a little bagel, pastry or something bullshit, to hit the road. And there weren't that many. And like all of a sudden we see one. You get your Starbucks, but fuck all that. We see another one and like there's like a line. And we're like, oh, okay, this has to be fucking the spot, dude. Locals are all here going there, and like it was just like the coffee was all right, but then like I got some bagel, egg, breakfast sandwich thingy, and it was like
Half-assed.
super just bland, boring ass. I'm like, this is some garbage shit, dude.
Yeah.
I was like all excited. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be delicious, and I was
Yeah.
like, meh, meh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was just about everything. There was one coffee cart that was
Well,
just
Like a
amazing.
coffee cart.
Oh.
It
Well, but
was
was that-
like
Was that once we got back, or was that the next day?
it might have been the next day. I might be jumping.
I think it was the next day before we
Yeah.
left town. We stopped and grabbed coffee.
We did.
All
I
right.
just feel compelled to talk.
No, go
about
ahead.
It.
You
was,
could. I think you should.
Describe this coffee.
I think
It
you should
sounds-
describe
know.
Yeah.
Butch Cassidy.
It was so good. I'm probably gonna get the name wrong, but they have like this. I don't know what kind of vehicle would you say it is. It's just like an old trailer.
It's not even a vehicle. It's just an old green trailer that
a-
sits
like a little
right next to
camper?
the gondola. Yeah.
like a little small, little old school
Kind-
camper.
yeah, kinda.
Behind camper.
Kinda.
Yeah, a little bit bigger than the one at Lazy G.
Okay,
Like
yeah,
like
that's what I
twice
was
the
kinda
size
picturing.
of that one, but
Yeah.
like
Little Shasta
kind of like
trailer.
more like an Airstreamish
Yeah,
style.
little Shasta
you know what I mean?
trailer.
Yeah, it's like painted green. It's called, what is it? It was called Cowboy
Man,
Coffee.
It was either the Cowboy
name.
Coffee or the Coffee Cowboy. I think it was the Coffee
I
Cowboy.
like the coffee cowboy.
Ooh,
Let's
I
go
like
with
that better.
that.
Yeah.
Let's go with
But it's like literally like right next to the gondola. Like right when you hop on the little lift thing to go up, it's sitting right there.
It was bomb.
But go ahead.
They had this Irish cream coffee with espresso in it called the Butch Cassidy. and it was so good. It literally the best cup of coffee. And I feel like when you're on a trip, you got to have at least like one solid cup of coffee. This was that for me. We went back. We left town and then went back later. Sorry to jump ahead, but I just want to say that's how good it was.
Was that in Telluride?
Yeah, it was in Telluride.
Yeah.
The Coffee Cowboy.
That
Coffee Cowboy. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
The little green.
Is it
Yeah,
the
that's
Coffee
the one.
Cowboy or the Cowboy Coffee?
Actually, okay. So it's a horse trailer.
That makes
They
sense.
converted an old horse trailer, into a coffee shop.
Hence the Cowboy. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the name of it?
The Coffee Cowboy.
The Coffee Cowboy.
Telluride,
See,
Colorado.
I like that.
If you're in there and you need some good coffee, that's the spot
Yeah.
to go. All
But
right.
that was like the thing though too, is that there was like a line out there and the line was taking forever. We're like, dude, like
It must be good. That's what I
it's
thought.
got to be good or whatever, man. Like,
Just give me some.
I don't know. I guess we'll just stand here and wait or whatever. You know what I mean? And like the
He
guy,
just wants his cup of Joe.
I felt like a slacker though, because like the guy in front of me, like almost like right after we got in line, the guy in front of me, he like turns around, he's like, "Hey, by the way, their credit card machine's down.
Oh, shut up.
Make sure you have cash."
That would
And I'm
suck
like,
it
"Oh,
all
I
the way
got plenty of cash. I'm good," And then like, I don't know.
At least
10
15 minutes.
Yeah, 10, 15 minutes goes by and there's like a huge line behind us now. And it pops back into my head like, oh shit, I'm supposed to pass that down the line. I didn't tell anybody that the credit card machine's down. So I turn around, I'm like, hey, oh, by the way, I totally freaking brain farted on this.
I know we're about to order, but
yeah, exactly. So then the guy's like, oh shit. Like he's like, hey, you got cash? You got like, can you run to the ATM? And then like right after like it gets passed down the whole line and everybody's starting to go into panic mode.
Yeah.
The guy turns around, he's like, oh, by the way, the machine's working again. I'm like, oh, by the way, it's working again. Like,
fake news.
and I feel like an asshole because I'm sorry, I dropped the ball on that one, dude. And like told him like, okay, the credit card machine's working now. And then the guy behind me is like, hey, you didn't drop the ball after all. You're good. And I was like, I still feel like an asshole.
I need to, next time I'm in a big long line, I'm just going to say that just to fuck people up. Oh my God, did you hear? Yeah.
Right.
What's that thing where people you whisper something to you, then as you go,
Right?
it
Telephone.
changes? Yeah, telephone. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Eric.
Fucking guy.
I was space casing, man. I haven't had my coffee yet. But it was good. It was a good damn coffee. I'll admit it.
Nice,
It was
nice.
good.
That it was.
And we went
Anyways. Sorry, guys.
but we cruised out of Telluride and we tried to hit Imogene Pass.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, nice.
For like pretty much the first
That
day
was
that we
our-
were there, right?
Yeah.
So we tried going up Imogene Pass. And the listeners can't see this shit, but I could I could
we had
show you guys. That's how far I made it. I made it up to that spot.
So you made about 2 inches.
Okay.
So Imogene-
So when it becomes the moderate section, was it difficult section or the moderate section? I can't remember. Difficult, right? The difficult
I feel
section.
like there needs to be a disclaimer that we went into it thinking that it was going to be.
Well, I thought it
easier
was
trail.
I thought it was
Imogene
maximum
Pass?
moderate, and then I looked it back up in the book, and it said it was difficult trail, not a moderate trail.
Now, when they say, okay, are you talking like boulders, like rock crawling, rock gardens, and
just-
stuff like that? Like I've never
No.
done it.
No,
Like what's
Shelf.
no.
Cool.
This is like their difficult trail is like if you have a Rubicon, you can easily blow through it.
okay?
You know, like if you have 4x4
And
with
lockers.
at least a rear locker, you're gonna blow right through it. You know, so I mean that's the difficult.
It's all steep.
I mean, I went through a
Is it
bunch of
like-
difficult
here's
stuff,
what-
and I
here's what
made
I'm
it.
trying to
through, but-
understand. Is it like
Why is it
boulders? Is it like
No.
ruts? Is it like off camber?
I'm about to get to it.
Oh.
Well, for me, I can just talk about for me.
It's your
I don't
personal
know because I didn't make it.
You get all the way through.
I didn't get all the way through. But mostly it's just like for us anyway, it was the elevation
Yeah.
and the steepness of the trail, which
Okay.
screwed us.
so power.
Because it's just
Power.
loose
I didn't
rock.
have enough power. No, not loose rock. Nothing. Like it was it was like going up
Dirt
asphalt.
road. Oh wow.
It was a
basically.
nice road.
It's like a nice road.
Okay.
But basically like right where that little curve is, I'm sorry listeners, I'm pointing it out right here on the map, but right where this little curve is where they said like that was the difficult area began. So we basically made it to like right to the beginning of that. And that was it.
Really?
Basically they say that you lose about 3% of your power for every 1,000 foot in elevation. So we were at about 12,000 feet something like that.
Oh wow.
So you got to figure we're losing about 30%,
Yeah.
right, of my power. That engine is
you're not
already
starting
not
off with a whole lot.
powerful. Yeah,
86 horsepower. I think.
yeah. So it's already not powerful, right? And then I don't have low range. So basically, we were cruising up this stuff. We're like, oh, this is
Cool.
fine. This is fine. We're good. We're good. No, thank God. By the way, I put in the external transmission cooler because I would have been
heating up.
screwed on this damn
Yeah.
trip, dude.
Yeah.
The higher elevations,
From your
and those
last trip,
slopes. Oh my God! Like,
What was it?
I would have been
grade?
overheated like crazy.
Do you know how much of a grade it had?
I have no idea.
pretty
But
good,
down here, like Big Bear and stuff, and
that's-
like the trails near my house, I've gone up grades steeper than that.
Yeah.
No problem. Even like, I think that one spot on the Mojave is even steeper than that.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
The one, yeah.
Yeah, that one little one, and just went right up it.
Yeah.
No big deal.
We did like tip
But I
top.
lose-
That thing was all fucking crazy.
Yeah. But I lose 30% power, and I have like 900 pounds worth of shit in my truck. You know what I mean? So basically, I just freaking had it in low, and I just pinned, dude.
Going
and I'm just,
for it.
and I just
way.
held still, just could not move,
Wow.
just wouldn't go. So then I had to back down it real slow, just yanking on my e-brake, and because
All the way down,
but I'm keeping it in low.
Yeah, you can't
'Cause
turn
if I-
around.
Well, if I put it neutral or something like that,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
like
gonna-
losing part of that brake, So I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
so anyway, so I'm backing up real slow. I'm yanking on my e-brake, hitting my brakes, just pedaling it back out, and she's getting sketched out.
Yeah.
bet.
She's looking at me like she's about to claw my eyeballs out of my skull.
I don't like
Yeah.
when we start going backwards.
No, that's
I'm
fair.
She already
fine
hit her
with
head.
most stuff, and I did hit my head. I think that was one of them actually. But it's once we start going backwards that I
That's a
just
sketchy
don't,
part.
didn't feel right.
Even if you're driving, that's a little sketchy. That's more of a pucker moment because you have less control when you're backing down something.
Oh, yeah, especially like if you don't turn right or you get a
Yeah.
little bit too much speed, like you're
fucks you up.
gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Like there's no stop.
Yeah.
Like you gotta.
Going
If
up,
you
just
get
stop.
off that if you go off that trail, you're going off that freaking trail, dude. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna be
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We've seen videos.
Oh,
Well,
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
yeah. And
Not
if-
quite that. Like not quite black bear. But yeah.
Black bear, yeah.
No. And knowing you, for anybody that knows Aric, he's a fucking smartass. And I say that in a loving way because he likes to make jokes
Oh, 100% he is.
at times where it's normally not appropriate. So we're
the
rolling
army in him.
backwards and he's like, all right, babe, you might have to jump out of the truck right now. I think the brakes are going to go out. We're just going to start
They're
slipping. And I'm
feeling
over there
soft, yeah.
sitting like, what the fuck? So yeah. Yeah, that was one of those moments.
Gotta keep it interesting.
Yeah. But the whole time we're going up there, there's like this dude that has like a tour guide truck, almost like pink
The
Jeeps.
pink
You know
Jeep
what I
guys,
mean?
Yeah, one of those.
But he's
that
like in like
area.
one of those six-wheeled little like
Oh, okay.
I don't even know what the hell you freaking call it, dude.
Like a big vehicle, like a
six
Unimog
by
or
six?
No,
something?
it's small. It's like small,
Oh, those little Toyotas. What are those called?
little
Those-
compact, like six-wheel
I think
freaking
it was
thing.
a Toyota.
Yeah, I can't remember. Everybody like they're super popular right now. What? Oh, what are they called?
I don't know, but he had like you could fit like probably 8 people in it
Yeah.
or something. You know.
Still got like a 6-foot bed, so they convert that, but the front's is super tiny.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
they're rad. Yeah.
Yeah, but he came hauling ass up. So we like ran into him quite a few times, and he'd be like making silly remarks. He's like, "Oh yeah, you guys, I figured you'd be okay because you drive a Toyota, you know, or something like
geez,
that." You
yeah.
know what I mean? And I'm sitting there like, actually, I can't make it. You know, like, I got my thumb in my ass right now.
It worked out though because at the part where we got stuck and I actually hopped out of the vehicle as I was instructed to do so, we found a lady's wallet with like money
Oh,
and
yeah.
cards in it.
Sweet.
So
Has she
for the
called you yet?
no,
For the trip.
Do you
No.
do you remember her name? We could announce it right now on the podcast.
I
Be like,
don't.
hey, hit us
Cash
up.
is missing, but
as my understanding,
No, it had,
no.
cash in
it had $20 in it.
It
Still has
did.
$20 in it.
And I want to say we're good people. So we called the hotel she stayed at. I called Costco. I sat on
Or
hold with
Costco card in
Costco.
there.
Yeah.
she had a Costco card.
She did, and I left
and the
a
guy
message.
said that he would call her and leave her a message or
Yeah.
whatever. We haven't
Anyway,
heard back from her.
Yeah, I think it worked out.
Why?
Because, we couldn't make it,
got a
but we
free
found her wallet.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
we
thought
got
you
a
meant
free wallet.
I thought you meant like it worked out because she didn't hit us back up, so you spent the $20 on
No,
raffle
no,
tickets.
no.
It worked out perfect. Yeah.
That's why you went back a second time, right?
Right?
Cash only.
But yeah, but it's freaking it's gorgeous up there, man. And but we had to turn around. Went back down into Telluride. Where'd we go from there?
That's a really
Do you remember?
question. I think
Did we hit Stony Pass up that same day?
we might have. Stony Pass is kind of one of the ones that's a blur to me.
No. Well, was it? Did we hit Stony Pass?
Is it on your
No, because Stony Pass was almost like a full day thing.
Oh.
Because we kind of took our time, didn't we?
Oh, is that the one when we went to the lake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down to Kite
That
Lake.
was a full day thing. So I think maybe we had gone back into town and got food because
Yeah.
I think we had a late start to the day and then the trail it's more than just like hitting the trail because they have a lot of like old mining buildings. So you can stop and get out and look at the old buildings and stuff. So I think that day we went back to town.
Yeah, I think we went back. Yeah, went back and support local businesses,
resupply a little bit. And
pick up some T-shirts, jazz
you
like
gotta get
that.
the swag. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think most people know this, but for people that have not been to Telluride, it's not for the poor folks.
Oh yeah.
If you're not in a BMW, you might want to reconsider.
Grab your Range Rover and your G-Wagon around.
Yeah, it's expensive. We went by one of the stores just to like see what they had on clearance, and I just want to say they had a $635 jacket on clearance outside of the store.
Like sitting in a Tupperware bin out front, like on the sidewalk.
Like garbage.
Wait,
And it said 50% off
Wait, was the
for 600 and something bucks.
So
that
it was
the 50% off?
Yeah.
So it was 12.
It was like $1,200.
And there's guys sitting some Tupperware. Some lady's like, I don't like this anymore.
Some poor person will buy that.
Yeah. Yeah, she like picked it up. She was like, "Hey, this is kind of cute." And then she looked at the tag and was like,
That's
"Fuck
not
you.
cute.
You're on crack."
It's like the Buffalo Exchange or something like that.
Oh,
know?
yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Get all your thrifty threads kind of shit.
No, dude, Telluride is like definitely not for the poor.
No.
It's not.
That's like those little Jackson Hole kind of places where they're all bougie and shit. I mean, they're rad. I mean, that's why they're there. It's a fucking rad place.
Yeah.
Here, this is the vehicle that you saw. The
I need to see what this looks
Yeah.
like. I can't like envision it.
No.
no,
think
okay,
so.
I was
No.
thinking of like the little Mitsubishi 6x6.
Oh yeah, I've
pickup
seen
truck.
those. Yeah,
Not
the
that.
Daihatsus and shit.
Yeah.
I think it was a Toyota.
I don't even
Six-wheel
know.
Toyota. Interesting.
But yeah, it's a cool town. One thing I will say about the town is that dogs are just everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing and it's a bad thing because they're very friendly, but they're also not on leash.
Are they all stray? They're just pets that's out
No, they're
cruising?
just pets. People just
Fucking let
bringing
'em
their
roll.
dogs and letting them fucking roam around, which is really cool. But they'll leave their dogs outside off leash and then go in the restaurant.
Speaking of dogs,
Wait,
Yeah.
they'll leave it off leash and just go
Yes.
into a restaurant.
And their kids leave the kids off leash and just go in
okay.
the restaurant. So
I think it's pretty rad.
yeah.
Sorry, you just showing the picture of that truck. It almost looks like a Volkswagen.
Well, maybe it wasn't 6-wheel drive. Why did I
You
think it was
had me all
6-wheel
fucked
drive?
up thinking 6-wheel drive.
That's what I thought it was. Dave's Mountain Tours.
Huh.
I don't know. I thought it was 6-wheel drive. Maybe I'm just tripping balls.
Anyways, he was hauling in that thing though.
Yeah. He was
a cool
hauling
dude.
ass.
That's kind of nice. So, it
So
seems a little more
kids and
compact.
dogs off leash, but the parents go in. What
Yeah,
do
I
they
don't
feed
know-
their
I don't
kids?
know
They
what
put water bowls out for the kids.
I guess so.
Like, fuck,
But
man.
do they just stay outside? The dogs don't roll in and just.
No, the dogs just hang out outside and the kids are just running around. And
There's
it is
no freaking way my dogs would sit
I was
there.
just gonna, that
They'd
sounds
be
rad to
gone.
me, but
Yeah.
oh, Daisy would chill, but she'd bark at everybody.
They said it's called a Swiss Army Pinzgauer.
Okay,
Pinzgauer.
it looked like some like
Pinzgauer.
so not a Toyota.
Nordic-looking vehicle of some sort.
Yeah.
you know.
Anyway, sorry.
I was curious.
Random. So
Wild dogs. It's just mayhem in the streets apparently in Telluride. So watch
yeah.
out.
yeah, really, really nice. But
Watch 'em
man,
keep-
I couldn't live there. For
Some sort of film festival going on.
Dude, they have all kinds of stuff. Oh, well. Anyways, not for the poor people.
no.
Stay home.
yeah, stay home.
Yeah, stay home.
Stay away from the spots we like.
Nice place to visit. Would want to live there. Yeah, gotcha.
But yeah, man, we just started hitting all kinds of trails. After that, while we were there, I think the next trail that we ended up hitting though was south of Telluride. We ended up taking Ophir Pass, Ophir, up and over the mountains, headed from west to east, or headed east I don't know. I'm retarded. Heading east up and over the pass. Drop down into Silverton area.
Okay.
And then from Silverton area, I think on the same day, we did Ophir Pass. Then we dropped down into Silverton. We got lunch in Silverton at that, what was the name of that barbecue place? You got a t-shirt, I think, from them, didn't you?
No.
Did you do the competition?
Oh, you
I was
got
gonna say,
No, not this one.
I ate 100 ribs and I got this T-shirt.
They had like, it was like that Guy Fury,
Guy Fieri.
whatever the hell his name is. I don't know.
I probably said it wrong too.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah. Flavor Town.
He I guess he did. he did like some episode at that place. It's like some barbecue place. It's like a pink. It's like a pink. Yeah, it's like a pink building with barbecue and stuff. Food was pretty darn good. She.
I don't
What'd you
know.
end up getting? Oh, you didn't even like that. You didn't like it.
I don't think
Didn't
that
sound
was
very
the
impressed
one.
with it. She's like,
Yeah.
Well, are you?
Well, that wasn't
a barbecue person.
We had another barbecue place that was really good, but that was somewhere else. So.
Well, let's go back to barbecue. What's your favorite kind of barbecue?
I love pulled pork.
Oh
Pulled
yeah, dude, can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds
Good
delicious.
stuff.
Carolina or the other kind? What's the other kind?
Is there another kind?
I don't know.
The good kind.
The good kind.
I like the good one. This one was not it, but it was still good.
Yeah. That was
What's
good.
your favorite kind of barbecue?
I don't know.
Do you order brisket?
I'm
Do you
actually
order-
not like a huge barbecue fan, just because I think, it's hard to get really good barbecue,
I think it's a sauce,
especially in
thing for
California.
him.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
saying
I think it's like
California,
a saucy thing for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't crave it that often.
like some dry
but when I
ribs
do
or something?
crave it, it's good. You know,
What do you like?
You
though?
go down south, you're gonna
I don't
get
know,
some
I like
good
a lot of it,
barbecue.
dude.
Like
I-
when I was in
okay.
Georgia,
I like- I eat everything, dude.
The sampler pot.
you know me.
platter.
I freaking I'll eat the shit out of everything. Anyway, what's up, Days?
that was Eric.
You like
eating the shit
barbecue
out of-
too?
She's like, yeah, I eat the shit out of everything too. Fucking shoes and sunglasses.
She's sneezing?
and- I got a hairball or something.
Yeah, she's like,
So we freaking cruised up to
I feel like I need to
Silverton.
look at the dates here.
this is what you're here for.
I thought I was here to hang out.
Yeah, you are, but you're supposed to keep me on
Well.
track because I don't know shit.
All right.
Somebody
But,
gotta keep it
I
much.
don't
I'm
know
pretty
shit
sure-
about fuck.
So I'm pretty sure we got lunch though at that barbecue place, and then looked at some shops in Silverton, and then
Some window shopping. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then
$1,200 jackets in little bins. Throw
no, Silverton was much more
Oh,
affordable.
really?
Yeah.
Affordable.
It's
So
a little.
Sounds expensive.
It's
Still
gnarly
very
though, dude. Like the towns are pretty close to each other.
They're
You know what I
tight,
mean?
yeah.
Like they're not that far apart
There's a
really. But
train
tell
that
you,
goes from
but
Silverton
tell you
to
right, you
Durango.
can just like imagine, you know, like Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
You know, Telluride, Beverly Hills type
Yeah,
atmosphere, you know, type thing. Where Silverton is kind of like Hemet.
like West
Really?
Hollywood or something.
Yeah, but
Really? Wait, no,
But-
don't wait. More like Temecula, maybe.
well, no, I'm just saying like
Oh, distance wise?
like no, not distance wise.
No,
I'm just
type.
saying like the difference,
Yeah.
like the difference in like
Rich
houses.
and poor.
the rich and poor almost.
Yes.
I mean, it's
don't
still
wanna-
there's
sounds like I
still,
don't want to go to Silverton then.
but no, but
No, it's
no,
still
but
really
it's
nice.
okay.
Silverton is still nice. I'm just saying it's like a weird dynamic. Like
Okay.
you're like literally like they have one paved road going down the center of the town still. Every other road is still
just
dirt.
a little more small town
Telluride
feel. I
has-
get
You know what I mean?
I
It
know what you're
has
talking about.
gold pavers.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
all, yeah. No, okay. I got it.
Solid.
I see what you're saying now. Okay.
Sterling silver doorknobs.
Just more of the small town feel versus
Yeah.
bougie up.
Yeah, I guess Hemet was a
That's a bad
was a
choice.
bad that was a very bad choice. I'm sorry.
Like, bro,
I'm
dude.
sorry.
Sorry, Silverton.
I'm sorry, Silverton. That's true. I did like that town though. I thought it was a pretty cool little town.
It was.
I liked it.
It was cool.
Yeah.
But we did do Stony Pass that day.
I thought so. So we hopped on what was the name of the damn road? It was just straight Stony Pass, right?
It's just Stony Pass, I think.
Yeah.
How
so
was
we
that?
Sounds about right.
we go up and over Stony Pass, which goes over the Continental Divide.
Yeah.
I think Norm was talking about that. I think Norm was saying
He's
Stony
got
Pass
two-wheel
is
drive as well.
Yeah, he did in his 2-wheel drive Ranger, and I think that was one of his favorite was Stony Pass.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was kind of like a nice little wind up, and then you like get up out of the woods and you go right into like tundra.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like
Oh, rad.
it's just
Snow.
barren. Basically.
Yeah. You get that
Right when
change
you-
of
Yeah, right
Above
when
the
you hit
tree
like the
line.
Continental Divide, dude, and then it was just like freaking freezing outside. All of a sudden, it's like all windy and barren, and then you drop back down the other side, and you drop down in like a nice like valley with like nice little rivers running through it. You do a couple little river crossings and stuff, you know, and we're like, oh, wash the mud off the truck, you know, like we got to go through this. But we headed over towards this lake called Kite Lake, and obviously on the map I didn't do enough research because I didn't think it was going to be that difficult to get there. It looked like a really easy trail, you know, but I couldn't really find anybody that did videos or anything like that on it showing like, oh, this is what it looks like, you know.
Do a video?
I know.
We took some.
We did take some video, but
it'll live in your phone forever.
Yeah, well, it's on the GoPro. Yeah,
I never do anything with my footage,
right?
Never, ever.
Yeah, we're pretty bad about it.
I promised to this time, you guys.
Yeah,
we'll get a
she said she's gonna edit something.
We'll get a montage of the last year.
Yeah,
yeah, right. But we go out there and like we don't see anybody. Like for miles and miles and miles and miles, and then finally we come up, we do a river crossing, and there's like a tent, like 600 meters down the river, like set up. And we're like, okay, so there's somebody out here camping. All right, cool. We keep going, and then we run into like a Chevy 2500, or something like that out there with like two boys out there looking for elk. Like
I would say out hunting probably.
Yeah, out hunting. Yeah. But they're unfamiliar with the area too.
Oh,
because they're like, yeah, we went all the way back to the lake, but the lake was dry. So there ain't no water in it. We didn't see no sign of elk, nothing like that. We didn't even see any deer. So we're heading back out. And I'm like, that's weird. Like, this doesn't seem like a lake that would be dry to me.
Yeah.
I've never been here, but from the map pictures I've seen, it doesn't seem like that. Anyway, so we keep going, and we realize that like there's like this, you know, like it looks almost like a dry lake bed. I could kind of understand it because there's just like the short grass, or like, you know, like a grassy meadow,
like a meadow kind
but
of
it's like flat, like super flat to where you could tell it like used to be a lake or a body of water or some
heavy rain or something.
Yeah. So we get past that, and then like right after that, it gets into some spots where you could tell like he could not take his truck.
Oh, okay.
Like you just can't fit it.
Yeah.
Like you just can't fit a truck like he had.
It's a little narrow.
Gets narrow, and you have to wind through some shit. So right when we get into that, we start winding through some stuff. The only other people we really run into are two Polaris like Razors.
Okay, a little side by side,
and they're coming back. You know what I mean? So they pass us, then we drop down into this little area, and we start coming up, and we're working our way up towards the lake, and it's like definitely needed my locker. Like I had to have my locker to get through certain sections, because it gets to a point where you're driving up the creek. Yeah. You know, so all the rocks are slick and stuff, and you get like super off camber, and like I had to get up some sections where like, you got definitely a tire up in the air, and you're trying to get up and over stuff, and
all right.
A couple times, like I was really worried about the elevation even there, dude, because I was like, okay, I got to get up and over this big ass bump. I don't know if I'm gonna have the power to do it. So I was like, babe, I'm gonna have to hit this kind of fast, you know. And
it's time to supercharge.
And like slam up and over stuff, and that suspension once again would really surprise me, because I got so used to the old man emu stuff,
just waiting for it.
You know, I'm like used to like hitting something like that and like bam, you know, like you can feel your like teeth rattle. You know what I mean? And like I would like, okay, I'm gonna hit hard. Brace yourself, babe. You know, and like she's just sitting over there drinking a martini, like just gliding right over shit. I'm like, what the hell?
Pinkies up.
Yeah, but we got all the way back up to the lake. Draw quite a few little sketchy little spots, and there's a 4-wheel drive TRD Tacoma. Yeah. Tacoma sitting up there and nobody around. Like we get up there, we drive up to the opposite side of the lake. It's just a little tiny body of water, super clear, like almost like looks like glacier water almost, you know what I mean? And it's just totally hidden, completely surrounded by these nice big tall peaks, you know, and little waterfalls dumping down into it.
Bitching.
And it was really nice, like really cool little spot. And I was like, man, we could just camp right here. Fuck it. You know? And we didn't see anybody, like nobody walking around the lake. Nobody. We're like, man, they got to be hunters too. Yeah. They just parked their truck here and they're out walking, looking for elk or something. I don't know.
Were they like all overlandy looking truck? Or
no,
just a pickup truck?
Okay. Tacoma with some cases in the back. Yeah, you know, some sort of boxes in the back. I don't know. That's fine with me.
Yeah. Do your thing.
Cool. So then, but we just decided like, well, it's getting kind of like later in the day. Should we start heading back towards town? Because we wanted to go hit Cinnamon Pass, I think the next day, right?
Yeah. And this one, I mean, it took a while. I think it ended up being like, what, 2.5 hours?
Yeah,
just
2.5 hours
in?
one direction.
Yeah.
And then like 2.5 hours
to
back
it
out.
yeah.
So it was like about 5 hours or something like that going in and out.
And are you staying at like a hotel at this point, or are you guys camping?
Well, we were going to camp. I was thinking about camping on the lake.
Yeah.
I don't remember why we didn't. We just felt a little too exposed. Oh,
I
because of
think
the
it
rocks.
was because of the rocks and the truck.
Yeah, because that truck was parked there. We didn't see anybody around. We are kind of like,
Be all up in their shit.
I don't want to like ruin it if you guys are going to camp type of thing. And then it was kind of like near one of those like rock slopes where rocks could easily slide down.
yeah.
We didn't want to wake up in the middle of the night with a boulder slamming through our fucking truck. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Type of thing. So we were like, well, we could go back towards the creek or something like that and camp out near the river. Or we can just head back towards town. So when we wake up in the morning, we can, hit the trail even harder in the morning.
I don't remember what we did that night.
Is that the night we stayed at the haunted hotel
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And I also
with the old Swedish and the Australian couple?
Yeah. After we tried to do Imogen, we had talked to each other a little bit and we're like, should we try to hit it again? Should we get a hotel room and just kind of offload everything that we don't need
Yeah,
and then try to make
That's
it back
right.
up?
that's right. So I was thinking about getting another hotel room and basically ripping
Unloading.
everything out of the truck, just all the weight, just so I could try to make that trail again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we didn't do that. We got a hotel at what the hell was that?
It was called the Teller House, and it was
The
like
Teller
this
House.
old Victorian
Yeah.
Sounds cool.
hotel in Silverton.
Yeah, that's like been there since like the old school like mine shafts and all that jazz. And like there's like little stories and stuff about how the owner of the hotel, his wife was like cheating on him with like one of the local miners, and they had like love letters going back and forth with each other that the miner guy was supposed to burn and get rid of them, like get rid of the evidence. But some couple in like the 70s was out like searching for bottles at like abandoned towns and ghost towns and stuff like that, and ended up finding a tin can
Yeah.
that was full of these letters, these love letters, and they like went through and like discovered them, and they found out like this whole history of this woman basically cheating on her husband.
They read all the text messages.
Right? They read all the
did.
text messages. It's pretty interesting though. It's kind of like cool, and it was like I'm pretty sure he said he was from Sweden
Yeah, I
or
think
something
so.
like that. He was like a Swedish guy who met his wife, who's from Australia, because she was running a ski lodge in Japan.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Yeah,
And then they ended up.
and he loves
She
skiing.
cheated on him with
No,
a
no, no,
minor.
no,
No.
no. This is
These are
the
the
new.
current
This is the current owners.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is the
got
current
it,
owners.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
And they seemed cool. They were like being super helpful, and they were just like almost like we were just like staying in their living room or something. Like it was kind of weird. Like
Sleeping on the pull-out couch.
yeah,
Yeah.
almost. They're like, hey guys, you guys, yeah. Oh, this place is probably closed. Just trying to be helpful.
You know what that reminds me of is like Frozen. Like the one guy, he's like, "Oh, can I interest you in these?"
Yeah.
Like,
Big
he's
summer
selling the
blowout.
goods. Yeah, summer blowout.
Yeah, it was like that. It was. But Silverton's also just another one of those towns where people are leaving their dogs out and the dogs are watching from outside, watching their owners eat inside. It's just weird. And I'm not
Colorado
knocking
thing.
it. Like if your dog has good recall, good on you. But it is just wild seeing it.
I wouldn't
guess.
trust that.
Yeah.
Not with my dogs.
And especially with Silverton, it's more of like a rural area. Like you're in town and then you're not in town. So
Yeah. There's like signs all over the place too. Obviously, it's like you're in bear country.
yeah.
Like be aware. Like don't
Be
leave your
aware
shit
of
out.
the
Don't
bear.
leave food in your car. Blah blah blah.
Don't leave your dog outside while you're eating inside.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do if you're like camping out there, man? Like you sleep in your vehicle.
Yeah.
You have all your food in your vehicle.
Well, that's why I use those Milwaukee pack out cases, because that pretty much holds all of our food. So if need be, I can either throw those in a bear box or tie them up in a tree if we're out somewhere weird. The only food I have to worry about is the food in my fridge.
See, I'm always weird about that too, because like we basically sleep in our camper.
Yeah.
Those walls are thin as shit, dude. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So like,
Yeah, and
you
that's
really wanted to.
and that's when it comes down to it. That's why I have those flashbang type
Oh, yeah, to
devices.
toss a couple of those.
You know what I mean? I even told her about them. Like
Thunder bees.
Here's some weird, some
Yeah,
thunder
yeah.
bees. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Got something like that. You just crack the door real quick, throw it out there, close the door real quick, boom, and hopefully it'll freaking scare whatever the hell it is away. If it doesn't, then that's what the
Glock's
Actually,
for.
honestly,
Glock is for.
I
Yeah.
got like a whole case of thunder bees. Actually, I'm gonna throw some in there.
Yeah.
They probably
That's a
work
good
pretty
idea.
I know,
It's a
right?
bear deterrent.
Yeah.
Well, I have
Non-lethal. It's just CO2.
yeah. Well, I have the actual like.
I know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind.
RB28. Hey, I got the grenade launcher at the pyrotechnic rounds.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh shit.
Shoot like 400 yards.
Yes, we used to play airsoft.
Yeah, we're
I would
dorks.
like to go play again though. I'm getting kind
No,
of
get that-
jonesing.
get that
I
I've been
was
kind of
thinking
jonesing
that
lately, dude.
Are they having like an old man one? Like like a.
Hey, make
Old
Milsom
Cella.
great again.
Hey, you got your sniper rifle. I got mine.
We can just go camp up on a
Guys.
roof.
I got all the
somewhere.
203
I
rounds.
got all my shit, dude.
We got the mortars too,
Yeah.
don't we?
Yeah.
We have the mortars.
We just post up on a hill. and just-
Anyway,
You know what I think about when I think about airsoft? I'm like, I'm too old for this shit. I'm gonna break a
Yeah,
leg.
I'm gonna be
break
hurting
an
all
arm
next week. Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't care about getting shot. I just
No.
don't want to snap my ankle.
Yeah.
I'm like, sorry,
Jared's been
guys.
going way longer than all of us. What are you talking about?
Jared used to play in his prime at my age.
whoa.
than I am at now.
At your age, yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't 10 years ago, was it?
I was wearing like knee
10 years
braces
ago, yeah.
and ankle braces.
No,
and
it was
all
like
kinds of shit,
2010 to
dude.
2014 ish. You know.
Yeah, I started.
That was
like
10
around
years ago.
2010. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was like my age almost, like
Was
a little
that
bit younger.
13
But yeah.
years?
That was not that long ago. Our
13
last
years ago,
game.
dude.
Our last game together was that long ago.
No.
No, that's when I first started playing. Was in 2010. That's when I moved to this area and I met your dumbasses and got me all hooked.
Yeah. It's all your fault.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
No, I loved everything.
And now we have a podcast. We're talking about your trip to Colorado.
Right?
Sorry about that. Yeah.
How'd
Yeah.
that happen?
Yeah. Fuck you guys. What were you gonna say?
I have no idea.
Oh, you gave me that look. Like I have something to say.
I don't.
Oh, okay. I'm
No
sorry.
thoughts in there right now.
Don't leave your dog
Empty vessel.
outside.
Yeah, don't
Oh
leave
yeah, don't leave your dog outside.
Who does
Yeah.
that, though? I don't.
Well, that was just because like a couple of times, like you're like sitting there eating at a restaurant, and like there's a dog just sitting outside, just staring in the glass, like all
Giving you
sad
all
as
the
shit,
eyes. Can I have
and you just
bacon?
want to bring him inside, and like the owner will literally like go out there and like yell at him through the glass, like in the restaurant, like through the glass, like stop looking in here. You know what I mean? You're like,
He's like, I
he
just
wants to
want
hang out with you. What the
just want
fuck?
a hot meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Anyway.
It's
sad.
cold outside.
It was cold too.
It was pretty chilly.
Sorry, but yeah, it's a big.
But
bummer.
yeah.
Just want a bowl of chili.
But yeah, we stayed there. Then we hit Cinnamon Pass,
We
right?
did. Yeah, we did cinnamon.
Next day, then I was unsure about Cinnamon Pass and Engineer Pass because some people were like, "Oh, you might want to have low range," and then I was like, after failing Imogene, I was like,
Do I want to? Yeah.
Hey, when are we doing the 4-wheel drive swap?
"I know,
dude?
right?" Well, I was eventually getting to that,
Oh, right.
Oh shit! I jumped ahead. I didn't even know it.
so it's done.
Yeah, right.
I'm just
I know
kidding.
you're full of shit. I was like,
Yeah.
I wish that'd be dope. Oh. No, but so we did Cinnamon Pass, and it was the weather, like it was weird because like I feel like we were there like at the perfect weather, but not so perfect weather, but the perfect weather at the same time.
Yeah.
Was it like
It was kinda
cold,
weird.
but like kind of overcasty?
Well, it's
so
like-
the views were gone a bit.
Well,
or
it's like beginning of fall type of thing, so all the colors are changing.
middle of October.
Aspen
Yeah.
trees are popping,
Yeah.
all these colors, fucking beautiful as shit, right? It's getting cold. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
yeah.
But we're getting up to the top of Cinnamon Pass. We're like cruising up, and it's just like beautiful day. It's clear. It's got clouds in the sky. You got nice contrast going on, beautiful lighting. Right when we hit the very top of the pass, right where the sign is, all of a sudden, dude, just freaking like flurries, sorry, start
No
coming
flurries.
McFlurries.
in, and then it basically just starts snowing, right? And we're up there, and it's
Rad.
like it's
It's whipping.
it's like snow. It's snowing it's
Coming in
snowing
sideways.
horizontally,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Just blowing. And there's a couple up there on a freaking quad,
Yeah.
right? And they're like trying to take a
suck for
picture.
them.
They're trying to take a
Wrapping it
picture.
up.
They're all wrapped up, dude.
Yeah.
They're trying to take a picture in front of the sign. So I jump out of the truck and I'm like, "You want me to take a picture of you?" You know, they're like, "Hey, that would be great." You know, so I take a picture of them, and then it's just like, horizontal hair and horizontal everything,
getting
and
blown out, yeah.
Just like I hopped out for like 5 seconds, dude, and I'm just like coated with ice, So I jump back in the truck. I'm like, all right, we got to take a photo real quick. So we jumped out. I think we took a photo, and then
They didn't return the favor.
They're
No.
like, we're out.
No, they're out. They bounced.
well, I didn't want to bug them, dude, because they're on
They're
a
on a
quad,
quad,
dude.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like,
It was-
like you guys do your thing,
Yeah, it was nuts. But I feel like you got to set the scene more because before you start the pass, you stop at that little mining town. Remember, what's that called?
Oh, I love mining towns.
Was it Animus?
Oh, Animus Forks.
Yeah. and
Yeah,
it's
I'm sorry, I
pretty
totally
cool.
forgot.
No,
See,
it's
this
okay.
This is why we have Shelby.
Thank you.
This is why
Shelby.
I'm
Thank you,
here.
Shelby,
The
for
only
coming.
reason. Yeah, it was pretty cool. And the day was beautiful. Like it was a nice day. It was not overcast.
What were like the temps like throughout the day, like in the 70s or something?
No,
or
not
colder?
even
No,
that. Maybe
like
like
65?
mid
Ooh,
60s.
nice.
Yeah, I forgot too. On our way from Silverton, like up like kind of like the main road that went to Animus Forks, which is a ghost town, which goes up to like the trailheads of Cinnamon Pass and Engineer Pass. We see it wasn't a RAV4, right? It was a Toyota.
I don't know.
What the hell was it? That white car.
It was like a hatchback Toyota.
Little 4-door
Toyota like crossover.
Highlander or something.
Oh, the
Highlander.
RAV4.
Maybe it was a Highlander.
Highlander?
That makes sense.
All right.
But it looked like a newer Toyota just chilling there on the side of the road. And as we're passing it, I'm like, I wonder if this guy needs help. I think I mentioned something like that. And we're like, well, I don't see anybody around. So maybe he's just off on a hike and he just parked
Yeah,
on the
could
side
be.
of the road and just went hiking or something. I don't know, whatever.
And this was in the morning too.
This was in the like first thing in the morning, like it's like 7 a.m. or something like that.
Probably.
8 a.m.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. And anyway, we cruise into Animus Forks. We check out this little ghost town. They got these little signs and stuff up that explain kind of like what family lived there and
Yeah.
like kind of that kind of crazy shit where they had like, was it 27 feet of freaking snow
Yeah.
one winter burying the
Holy
town and
shit.
how their mailman got lost in the snow and was
died.
found like a week later,
Yeah.
frozen to death and like all
Trying to
this crazy
deliver
shit.
the mail. With
Crazy.
the
Yeah.
letters in it.
Yes,
Yeah, trying to deliver the
exactly.
mail. Yeah.
And the motto was rain sleeters or whatever snow.
Rain
yeah.
sleeter snow. Yeah.
Yeah. They literally had to dig ice tunnels to get into their homes and go to other people's homes.
Yeah,
Damn.
they literally like
To the
were completely
rooftops.
buried,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
would just have tunnels going
Tunnels
through the
throughout.
freaking ice.
That'd be
Yeah.
rad.
Kind of trip, dude. Like
Yeah.
different type of fucking living, dude.
For
You know what I
real.
mean? For sure. And so anyway, after checking out that little town, we ran into like some of those freaking massive like Earth Roamer type freaking trucks out there.
really?
Some dude, where did that guy say he was from?
Canada?
There's like a guy from Canada, and then there's the other dude that sounded like he was from
Oh, I don't know.
some other part of the freaking world, Sweden or
rent
some shit
them,
too, or
or-
something. No, I think they like live in them. Like
Just out
they were like,
traveling. Yeah.
they sounded like they were like traveling in them for like years
Huh.
or some shit with the kids and everything running around in them. They're all custom. Anyway,
Dogs outside.
yeah, the one of them was like a Mercedes and it was just like freaking shooting smoke out of it like crazy, dude. Anyway,
Oh, like an old Udamog or something.
yeah, some crazy shit like
I
that,
saw one of
dude.
those in Utah, like a all black one. It was fucking crazy, dude. I
Yeah.
thought I had. Yeah.
Like must be comfy, but shit, man.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's a
glug,
lot.
glug, glug, glug,
Yeah,
glug, glug.
yeah. It's slow as shit.
right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so we take Cinnamon Pass. We get up to the top. It starts snowing. The people in the quad are taking pictures. 2 people in dirt bikes pass by us, and they're heading
yeah.
down the other side of the pass. They're heading the direction that we're headed, right? People in the quad take off. So we're up there. We take some photos. Then we start going down the pass. And as we're starting to go down the other side of the pass towards Lake City, it starts snowing harder and harder and harder.
Yeah, it was coming down.
And harder, it's
Like big
starts-
flakes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Huge.
it starts
Yeah.
like
Legit,
snowing
yeah.
good. Like, and I'm just like, this whole time I'm thinking like, fuck, dude, like
Do you have
we can't
chains?
see shit. Yeah, I got chains.
Okay,
I
yeah.
brought,
I know,
I brought
yeah,
all that
usually
shit for
do.
sure. I was like, dude, I'm so sorry, babe. Like, it's supposed to have like all these gorgeous views, and we can't see
yeah.
shit because we can't
All whited
see
out.
more than 55 feet. You know what I mean? 50 yards at max. Like you can't see anywhere. It's just snow, and you see the trees, and every once in a while it opens up a little bit, reveals a little bit, then closes back up. Type
Yeah.
of thing. and we're going down the road, and we run into those guys. There's the dudes in the work truck from Colorado that are attaching the big ass long freaking sticks to the engineer stakes to mark
the road. Yeah.
to mark the road. And I pull up next to him, and I'm like, "Hey man, like I've never been here before.
Am I about to get found?
I'm new
Like
here.
I got a 2-wheel drive with just a rear locker.
Yeah.
Like, am I gonna be good? Or like this heads towards the main road. If this shit starts getting out of hand, I can get out of here, right?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, dude, you'll be fine. Just stay on this, and it'll take you down this main road, and blah blah blah." And he's like, "But we're getting out of here. We ain't driving this shit. We're getting out of here." he's like, "Fuck this." And I'm like, "Well, if the local says like fuck this, basically, like, we need to get the hell out of here."
Luck here, yeah.
Because that's the main
It's
thing
so
I'm worried
low,
about
yeah.
is just snow and slipperiness and stuff like that. It's like I got chains, but shit, like I'm not that capable. Come on now, and let's be real. So the whole time we're cruising back down the backside of Cinnamon Pass towards Lake City, it's just snowing and snowing and snowing and snowing. I can't see shit. And then finally, when we get down near like the base of the mountain, it clears up.
Yeah.
And it just becomes beautiful again. And it's just like, oh my God, everything opens up. It's still, partly cloudy and all that jazz. Get into Lake City, and we stop at this other barbecue spot.
Just chilling.
It's called
That's the
Just
Just
Chillin'.
Chillin'.
Really? That's right.
What was the dude's name?
I don't have no idea. What? I don't.
Check your notes.
Anyway.
I don't remember his name. But this is the barbecue that I wanted to talk about.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
the
This-
barbecue.
But hold on real quick though. So we're hungry as shit. We need some food. We need some lunch. We're hungry. And it's one of the mountain town things again. We're looking up all these places to eat, and everything's freaking closed. They're like, "Oh well, we're
might
open if
be
you're lucky."
open, I don't
Or
know.
it says online. It'll say open. You pull up to the restaurant, closed. Go to the next one, closed. Go to the next one, closed. What the hell? So then the only place we see open, I think it said like cafe.
Said it was a coffee shop.
It said like coffee shop and something else on the sign. And we're like, well, maybe they have something. It's not a coffee shop like at all. It's a straight up fucking barbecue place, dude.
Everything the barbecue, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway,
It's so
go ahead. I'm
good.
sorry.
It's like,
Just chilling.
yeah, it was called Just Chillin'. And
Just chilling coffee shop.
Yeah, coffee and barbecue.
They
but
got coffee and tacos. They got coffee and barbecue. Why not?
yeah, the food's gonna be good when they give you one of those like paper plates.
Oh yeah.
Well, on our way into the restaurant, though, there's a lady coming out, right? And she's still stuffing food in her mouth. And as she's coming out of the restaurant, as we're about to walk in, she's like, "You guys are just in time. There's barely any left.
Just ate it all.
Just clean them
There's
out.
barely any left," or something like that. She says.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
Go ahead.
Yep, that's what she said. But the food was so good. And I just feel like if you're ever in the area, that's somewhere that you should probably stop because it's just some good old mom and pop food.
Yeah, it just looks like
Done
somebody's
right.
like little
Yeah.
tiny house on the side of the road.
Yeah,
you know,
picking
but
it
it's just like they got a kitchen in the front room and they go to town. But the guy, oh my gosh, I'm gonna kill myself for this.
I'll Google it.
Oh, you're gonna Google it. Okay, so there's this dude there, the guy that basically started it with. I'm assuming that's his wife
I don't know.
that was working the counter. I'm not sure. I didn't even ask him. But the guy doing all the barbecuing or whatever, he's been singing for like 40 years. Or what did he corrected me,
I think he said 47.
In Cedar Park Rapids.
right? Or no. I said 40 years because that's what it said online. And he said, no, it's more like 37, right?
Something like
Something
that.
like that. Anyway, so this guy like opened or started singing or something like that in Lake City when he was like 14 years old, and has been singing ever since. And I think he said that he's like opened for like Johnny Cash
Wow.
and like a bunch of these other people, and he has like a wall in the little barbecue restaurant with like all these signed guitars, and he has all these famous people up there, and he's like, oh yeah, I recorded my album in the same studio in Tennessee as Johnny Cash and da 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 da, and on all this shit. So we ended up buying this album from him.
Really?
He's
Yeah,
got
we
like
did.
he's got like 23 songs on it or whatever on a
CD?
flash
The
drive.
USB
flash
flash
drive.
I
drive.
was gonna say, how you like you used to
Damn,
go down
new
the street and people sell like
technology.
mixtapes and CDs. They got
Right?
USBs now.
He's got a
Wow.
USB, yeah. And we started listening to his music after we left his restaurant.
Ate all the pulled pork.
Yeah. Yeah. And we hit Engineer Pass going back the other way basically, and Engineer Pass basically ends right where Cinnamon Pass started.
Oh, okay.
Basically, like they kind of like almost like
merge into each other.
Yeah, they practically meet up right at Animus Forks, the ghost town.
Yeah.
So the whole time we're basically cruising on Engineer Pass, which I was also worried about because we just had all that snow, and I was like, "What's it gonna be when we get up there?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? You know? We're listening to this guy's music, and this guy's music's like legit. Like, this guy's a damn good singer.
Oh, all right.
This old dude.
What kind of music? Bluegrass? Like what?
Yeah, country. He
yeah.
did a lot of covers of like old country music.
Yeah, and some modern country music.
Yeah.
Like he's done himself. Like he's like has on his things. And he's like or his like little phrase or his, what do you call it? Catchphrase, motto, whatever. I don't know what the hell you
Slogan?
It's like slogan, whatever. He's like said what did it say? It said he can make any song his own and make you laugh or cry to it or something like that. Something along those lines. I don't know. But we start going up Engineer Pass and it's the same thing. Starts off super gorgeous, super beautiful. We're looking at all the scenery. Oh, by the way, those two dirt bikers that passed us were at the restaurant.
Yeah, they were.
Oh, they made it there.
Yeah, soaking wet.
Oh,
Soaking wet, just sopping, soaking, freezing wet, right? And so they leave at like the same time we leave. We leave like right before them. We start going up Engineer Pass. We pull over for a minute to check out some of the scenery because obviously there's like mine shafts,
all
kinds of dope stuff, dude, everywhere out there. Like you had to basically just choose, like, do we stop and look at this one or we just keep going? You just keep going because it's everywhere. There's all these cool things everywhere. You know, all these dope. I just want to crawl, dude. Let's go out there with the O2 sensors and some pans and some flashlights, and we're gonna do some spelunking. You know what I mean?
All right,
for sure, dude. Like no shit. I'm bringing my grinder because I'm getting into places. Anyway,
shit, the mine and
after some barbecue.
Some barbecue. But yeah, we're cruising up Engineer Pass, and it's like beautiful again. You know, beautiful, sunny, spotted clouds.
Up, yeah.
And right as we're getting up towards the top, starts snowing again. We're like, shit, are we gonna be able to make it? Like this one's supposed to be harder than Cinnamon Pass, you know? And get up near the summit, or we're pulling basically up to the summit, right, babe?
I'm sorry. I'm over here looking for Jeff's last name. What's happening?
I just said it was as we were going up Engineer Pass, it was like snowing.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was like nice, and then it started snowing.
It was coming down.
But then it like stopped like right as we hit the summit, right? Right?
Yeah, I think it started and then it stopped for a little bit. It was like a beautiful day again. And then we kind of went back into the area where it was more of like the tundra and it was
and then it
snowing.
Stopped.
No, it was snowing.
No, it stopped snowing when we were at the very top.
But it was still flurrying. It just wasn't like dumping.
Like the heavy.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Well, anyway, we got up to the very top. I feel like it wasn't snowing. She's saying it's still a flurry. I thought it was pretty open. Anyway, we get up to Engineer Pass, and then from basically where the sign is, it says it's the summit of Engineer Pass. You look, basically, if you're westbound, and it's like a shelf road that freaking curves around like kind of like a little dome, and it's like a pretty gnarly hill coming down the right-hand side, and it's all covered with snow and ice. So she's sitting there looking at it like, I don't know, this looks kind of freaking sketch, you know? And I'm looking at it like, yes, it does look sketch, but at least we have that berm on the right side is what I'm looking at, because that berm will keep you from going all the way over. Down.
Yeah.
If it has no berm, it's just, and then you can just keep sliding type of thing is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, something to hit. Yeah.
So I'm just telling her, she's pretty nervous at this point. And I'm just thinking to myself, hey, like I could air back up the tires so we can punch through the snow a little bit. You know, if need be, I can throw the chains on. You know, we got options if we start sliding too much. Yeah. We're just going to go real slow.
Give it a little try first.
Yeah. And,
feel it out.
See what happens, you know, and we started going real slow, and I slid a little bit, felt the back end.
Little goose.
Yeah.
Just a little
bit of sliding back and forth here and there, but
loosey-goosey.
We made it right through. It was just fine. It was just fine.
It was fine.
Like
It was fine.
Everything is fine.
We slid a little bit. Yeah, with the dog, everything's on fire.
Yeah. Butthole's perking just a little bit.
Yeah, but that's like one of those moments where I'm like, okay, no jokes. We're going into this serious. Like if we're sliding,
This is that
this is a serious moment.
Nicolas Cage and that other actor where they're they're driving. He looks over at him. He just
Oh, and he's smiling.
Oh yeah.
It was one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But we did it. It was fun. It was really pretty up at the top too.
Yeah, sweet. They have like a little spot if you're westbound once again. Once you get up past that point, there's like a turn down to the right, and you can turn right, and it kind of drops down, and you're kind of like stay on like a ridge, and it comes out to like another little the top of another little mountain hill, top of the ridge
Little
type thing. You know what I mean?
Deal, yeah.
Yeah. And you can go out there and you have like almost like a 360-degree view.
Nice.
You know what I mean? It's like 300-degree view.
Yeah.
Freaking this whole area, and you can like see for freaking miles, dude. And it was Owen Wilson once again. It was wow. Yeah. Just constant wow. Anyways, we took a bunch of photos of that, took some panoramics and all that jazz. And it was beautiful.
It was.
So we hopped back on the trail, went back down the trail, explored a couple mine shafts, ran into another Jeep, went back down into Animas Forks, and went back down into Silverton.
Yeah.
Did we stay in Silverton again that night in another hotel?
No, I think we did not end the day there. I don't think we did. I think we took some trails, right? I could be mistaken.
Which day is this? This is day.
Honestly,
It's
They're
all kind of a blur,
I
dude.
know, right? They do after a while.
when we go on trips, I feel like I have a list inside of my brain of like when we did things. But on this last one, I was just vibing. Like I didn't know what day it was.
Perfect. Yeah.
I think the whole time you were just thinking Butch Cassidy coffee.
Yeah.
That's all I fucking want.
Yeah. I don't know. It was a blur, to be honest. I didn't really do my due diligence in keeping us on schedule.
No, that's how you
and
should be.
track,
You'll be able to
but
just like check out and then enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
That's what vacation's all about.
Exactly. You don't even
True.
want. I don't. Today's what? Tuesday, Sunday? I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
But it was cool. Engineer Pass was really, really
that-
awesome. What?
Is that when we cut back down
I
through
think that's when
Silverton,
we
and then we
saw-
hit like Red Mountain Trail or something like that, or
That is the day we saw the moose.
Oh, got to see a moose.
We did. I saw my first moose.
Rad.
It was pretty cool. So we did those trails that were just off of the $1 Million Highway.
Not the last dollar.
yeah, that's right.
Not the last dollar.
That's right.
$1
So
million.
the $1 million.
So we headed back down into Silverton basically because we were thinking about there's some trails that basically go across the mountains. Like you can go from basically the beginning or end, however you view it, of Cinnamon Pass and Engineer Pass. You go up and over the mountains and go across these other passes, which is, I think there's Hurricane Pass, Corkscrew Pass.
Yeah.
And a couple other ones. There's like 4 of them that are all kind of like attached to each other and kind of spider web with each other.
Yeah.
And you can cross over
offshoots
and
of
you
each
can go
other.
down into Ouray, or you can go back.
Ray.
Yeah. Or you can go back down into Silverton and then hop on like the $1 Million Highway, then take the $1 Million Highway up to Ouray. And, because I didn't know what the trails looked like and we're getting near like the end of the day, we decided to go back down towards Silverton and go and take the $1 Million Highway up because I wanted to see the $1 Million Highway, all the history behind it, all that shit. I wanted to see what the fuck people were talking about. I don't think the million, it's all beautiful, but I don't think the $1 Million Highway is anything compared to the passes we were on. Like you take the $1 Million Highway and you're like, yeah, this is all gorgeous and shit, but nowhere near what the fuck it's like when you actually get the hell off the road, you know?
Yeah, 'cause that's all paved, right? It's just
Yeah.
just switching up through all the cool stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. So when we went up the $1 Million Highway, we ended up eventually hitting the Red Mountain.
Yeah.
What the hell was it? Red Mountain Trail?
Yeah. I
Red-
think it was Red Mountain #1.
Yeah, because there was Red Mountain
There's
number
multiple.
1. And then there was Red Mountain Trail, which went by Red Mountain number 1, and then
Yeah.
Corkscrew went next to
Red Mountain
number 2.
Super original. They couldn't. You know,
yeah.
that's
But
Red Mountain. Yeah, call that
Yeah.
Red Mountain too.
But the mountains literally
They
red.
were red.
They were literally red mountains.
Yeah.
Kind of a trip, dude. It was weird because they had like these creeks out there too, or streams, and like it was weird because you literally on this side it's like crystal clear, like almost like milky,
Yeah, like a milky blue.
like milky blue, right on this side, and then you go up a little bit to where the water's running down the opposite side, and it was almost like it was filled with rust. It was like
Really?
a brown rusty milky water.
Just as they split up, they just hit different sediment.
Yeah,
different
it
colors?
was
Wow.
weird, and it was like a rust colored river.
Well, that's
It was like a trip, but then it was like clear on the. I don't know.
Important
kinda
information
cool.
to keep in mind. Don't forget about the water.
Oh, this is future shit.
This
okay,
is.
all right, future shit.
I'm setting the scene.
oh, gotcha,
She's
gotcha.
setting the scene.
Taking notes here. All right.
God, now I'm starting to stress out.
Am I gonna get it right?
Yeah, so we take this Red Mountain Pass, and then we're thinking, I don't know, we ended up sleeping somewhere. I don't even remember where the fuck we slept.
I don't know,
Where did we
but
sleep that night? We
I
had to
don't know.
sleep that night before we continued on.
We did, but that's the day we saw the moose.
Anyway,
So
yeah.
she
So we
cared
saw
about- saw
we
my
saw
moose.
yeah.
I don't care where I.
I think we
slept.
we
saw
came off of we did Red Mountain Trail, and when we came off the trail, that's when we saw the people stopped off on the side of the road, like, what the fuck are these people looking at? And then we spotted. You spotted. Did you spot or did I spot?
I think it
I don't
was
know.
you.
Somebody spotted the moose's ass, like jumping up into the brush, like
Yeah.
400 meters out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Pretty far away from the road.
Quit using the metric system, bro.
400 yards out.
Thank you.
Okay. The U.S. military uses meters and kilometers.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. I know.
Anyway.
What's the conversion? 1.6.
Oh shit. So we see the moose over there, and I'm like, hey, let's try to get closer to this moose. But then this trail kind of like winds away from the moose, does a river crossing, and then comes back up the other side, up through the woods, and you have to haul ass back along this ridge line towards this, where this moose was, right? So we dip down off the road, we do this little river crossing, come up the other side. I'm hauling ass, dude. Like I start freaking kind of,
testing out those bumps.
letting her go, and then come up and over like a little bump or whatever, and there's like what was that, like an F-150 or some shit,
Yeah.
F-250 sitting there like in the middle of the fucking
just
trail.
parked there?
Just parked.
Oh,
And I'm like,
shit.
whoa, shit. Like, what the hell? And the guy's like up there standing in front of his shit, like looking at the trail. And then he realizes that I'm there, so he comes back and jumps in his rig and backs it up and
Make some room.
makes some room off
Yeah.
to the side so I can pass him. He's like, oh, sorry, like I was just making sure my truck can make it down this, and I'm like, you're fine, Miro. Kind of like going right past him. We had said kinder words than that. We're like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
good luck or whatever, something like that. You see, guys, see the moose? Oh yeah, we saw the moose.
Good luck, everybody.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen a moose in real life.
I have never seen
Oh,
a
they're
moose.
monstrous.
They're massive.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was
So I
huge.
wanted to see one in real life.
And I just want to say, it's not like when you go to like Yosemite and you like see all the people standing like super close to the elk and stuff. We saw this moose from a safe distance.
Oh,
we,
yeah,
We
got up
didn't
in his
bother
business.
him. We just, took a little looky-loo. But yeah, it was pretty cool. I've never seen a moose before.
Yeah. So we pulled up down this road and she spots it over in like the woods off the side of the trail. So the trail like headed off the moose's pathway like perfectly. We basically got like right up next to him.
Say hi and
And he's like cruising through the woods doing his thing. And I'm looking there with my camera, and like I swear to God, I see two of them. Like I can see the back ass of one like moving, and then I see another one move. And I'm like, oh fuck, there's two of them. At least two of them.
yeah.
Like I know I saw two moving. I'm sitting there watching. I don't see shit. They just disappear. I don't know how the fuck those things huge as shit.
Yeah, how they blend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just vanish into the fucking woods. I don't know how the fuck they do it. Right. So
Majestic.
we're like, whatever. We start pulling up because we lose them. So we start pulling up, and I think you spotted him again, right? You're like, hey, he's right up there. He's literally like
Good spotter. Right?
like right fucking near the trail. So I pull up the truck and turn around, and he's from me to your back door.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I pull up and I zoom in on him with my telephoto lens. You know, I'm taking pictures of him, and he's just like, you can see his eye like looking at us and shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, they just look so fuzzy and cuddly.
Yeah,
I just want to run up to him and just be like, "What's up, you big fucker?" You know,
I mean, shit though, dude.
I know. Like, but they totally
do,
look.
yeah, they look all
like you could just cuddle.
chill,
You
yeah.
just hang out with them. What's up, Eeyore? You know, that's my new name for him, Eeyore. Anyway, looks sad.
That was a donkey.
I know.
It was.
No,
But he was a moose and he looked sad. I
Yeah,
wanted
a
to
little
cheer him up with some
depressed. Yeah.
scruffies.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, you can pet me. You know. Anyway. But yeah, we watched him run away. Then that F-250 or whatever came up behind us, and I pointed at it, and they were like, "Oh, thanks for pointing it out. Oh god,
Nice,
that's
nice.
fucking awesome. We got to see a moose." And then
Yeah.
from there, we headed up into Ouray, right?
No.
No. Where
No.
did we go from there?
We saw the moose. At least this is my recollection. We saw the moose, and then we tried to hit Red Mountain number 2 with Corkscrew.
So Corkscrew was supposed to be another moderate pass, but they said 4-wheel drive and low range, like
Recommended.
needed.
Oh, needed,
basically.
Yeah,
like
no
needed.
longer recommended.
But
for this
It's
one.
actual.
But there's like
need.
weird because
Yeah.
like a lot of the signs would say like Cinnamon Pass and Engineer Pass. I think they both said like 4x4 with low range recommended. You know what I mean? So you're like, okay, recommended.
Yeah.
Whatever. I made it through those. It's fine, you know,
You
type
know,
of thing.
yeah,
Whatever. And I think it said something along the same lines, but it said 4x4 recommended or
I think it
required
was,
or
like,
something. Yeah.
Past this point, 4x4 only.
Something like
it
that.
said.
Yeah. But it didn't say,
Or else.
but it didn't say low range.
Oh.
It just said 4x4, you know, something like that. I don't know. But it was supposed to be just like a moderate trail like the other ones. So I was like, all right, we're good. So we go to hit this thing and the same shit. Eventually we get to a section of the trail, dude. Like I don't have the power to get up. And it's a way sketchier spot than Imogene. Imogene, you had a little bit more room to maneuver. This one like was on these gnarly switchbacks.
Yeah.
And so I had a 25-foot run area at like the bottom of the switchback. You know, they kind of like brought them out and spaced them out a little bit, you know, so you can kind of get a running start if you had to, I
Yeah.
guess, or whatever, or you had to turn around for somebody or whatever the case was. But right off the bat, you know, we're coming up it and got it in low, and I'm just pedal all the way down, and I'm just crawling.
Come on,
Make
baby.
this switchback turn. I'm crawling. I almost make it to the top of the
Little engine that
switchback,
could. Come
but
on.
there's just a little tiny bump up, you know, like near the top of it, and I'm like 50 yards or something like that of like this
How many
slope or something like
kilometers?
that. Right.
meters.
Hey, you're ruining my night vision. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and I hit that little tiny bump, dude, and I just stop. And as I'm backing down this thing, it's like even sketchier. So I'm just really trying to take my time. And she's right now, she's staring at me like, no fucking around right now.
Yeah. Well, this one was way more serious.
No fucking joking right now.
And another important thing is that we did have to turn the truck off a couple times because we didn't want to overheat. So
Yeah.
it
Oh,
got
really?
to
It
a
was getting-
point where,
Even with the external
yeah.
cooler, the heat was
It was still rising.
it was
Right.
getting
Oh,
up pretty hot.
pushing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was cold outside. So I'm looking at her and I'm like, fuck, it'd be really cool if we could make it up this. It's like, I'm like looking at the map and all the information that it says and stuff. And I'm like, it's literally just this one spot.
Just
If
gotta
we
get
just make it to
right
this
around
one
that,
spot,
yeah.
we're fucking good. You know what I mean?
If you had 4-wheel drive.
Hey. So this guy in a Jeep and a Tacoma they're coming down. So as they come down, I stop and I'm like, hey man, is this about as steep as it gets right here? And they're like, yeah, dude, this is like the steepest part right here. If you make it past this, you're good. You're solid, because I think Corkscrew, if I remember correctly, I could be wrong, meets up with Hurricane Pass, and Hurricane Pass is like an easy pass. So Corkscrew is like the moderate one. It meets up with Hurricane. Then you can basically drop back down to like where Engineer Pass and Cinnamon Pass are. And then you can cut back down into Silverton or whatever. So I'm like, fuck, it'd be rad. So like, I feel like I just need to get rid of some weight.
It was me.
Like, so I tell her though,
I don't
I'm like,
I don't need 4-wheel drive.
so I have a 15-gallon water tank though, and it's like half more than half full right now. I'm like, okay,
Glass half full.
I could drop some weight right now. So I'm going to drop like about 50 pounds of water. I'm going to drop that out. And then I'm like, hey, babe, how about you drive?
I'm gonna hop.
And I'm going to hop out.
Yeah, that would make more sense.
So I'm the heavier.
Yeah.
But she doesn't want to drive.
No, she's
that was a hard
sketched
no.
out. And I'm like, all right, so then maybe you'll have to hop out. Stay in now. But if I tell you to hop out, you're going to have to hop out. You know what I mean?
And I did.
So
Okay.
this time we get a running start instead of like
Well, that's
coming
why
up
you
the
needed
switchback.
her to jump out to take pictures. That's what you're thinking.
Right?
Right.
Take some pictures, babe. Yeah.
Instead of like coming up the switchback, making the turn and continuing on, this time we backed up onto like the switchback
Got a
space
good, yeah.
for a nice little running start, right?
All right.
I think I didn't let my engine cool down or my transmission cool down long enough or something. But I got ready. I was like, all right, we dropped all the weight. We're ready to go. Okay, let's do this. Got the running start. Just like died out like right away, dude. Like didn't even make it up as far as before. And I was like, fuck, I dropped that weight. And I was like, babe, get out. So she gets out. I try to get going again. I can't get going, dude.
Not even
it's
happening.
not doing shit. Not doing shit. So then I have to back all the way up. And right when I get near the bottom,
Should've
my
had a
engine
V8.
shuts off and I don't have brakes.
Oh, what?
Wait, what?
Oh,
my
okay,
my
from just
engine
brakes?
shuts off.
Yeah. So your power
Engine
brakes go
shuts
out.
off. My
Yeah.
brakes go out. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh shit. So I freaking lock it up.
Yeah, but brakes are.
No, but your power brakes are different. When your motor's on,
You have the
that-
vacuum.
Yeah.
You know, using your vacuum.
You
Your
still have brakes, but it's
your
not
brake
the same.
booster.
You gotta like just
Yeah, you have to freaking-
stand on the pedal.
yeah. So I'm using pretty much my e-brake.
cable.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's holding me right now at this time. And then I freaking get it started back up again. My brakes kick back in, then I can continue rolling back. But for a minute there, I went into a little panic mode. I was
he
like,
was just sliding, but the tires were not,
yeah, I was just
rolling.
I was like literally skiing.
Yeah, just steering through the
A controlled, non-controlled ski backwards down this freaking trail. And I'm like, God damn, dude, this just pisses me off. So I'm sitting there obviously getting all frustrated in my head and shit. And she's just sitting over there like just trying to calm me down the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? It's so, at least for me, we're different people. We have our different ways, but it's so beautiful out there. It's kind of hard to be mad. Like Cinnamon Pass, it snowed the whole time, but it was so beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't think it would have been as pretty if it wasn't covered in snow. So just different, perspectives.
She's like my wife.
I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah. She's the glass half full, I mean, she's optimistic.
I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I was just bummed out
You
because
had
I
a
was
vision
like,
in your head, right?
You're like, I can do this. Yeah.
yeah. And then that's when it kicked back in my head too. It's
men are
like, so I
dumb,
could get a
so-
hotel. I could get a hotel, drop off all my gear. I could hit Imogene again, could wrap back around,
In the
hit
air,
corkscrew.
fucking
like
mathematics.
yeah, and I'm just like, but at the same time, I'm just like, we're just here for a good time.
Yeah.
Screw it. Like, let's just do our thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Should I start talking about the main objective I had?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I reckon.
I reckon.
I
love
reckon
it.
So this entire time,
This is why you're so
wait,
determined.
unbeknownst
Is that why you
to
wanted to
me.
get to the top of that hill?
no,
Okay.
no. I just wanted us to have a good time.
Yeah.
Like I wanted it to be a good trip,
Of course.
I feel
And
like
you prep so much. You do so much
Yeah,
prep.
dude.
Yeah.
And then
I
you
know.
just can't
Something
do
shuts
enough
you
if you
down.
don't have a supercharger.
yeah.
You know?
Or four-wheel drive.
Yeah, or lower range. Yeah. Fuck you. Anyway.
In time.
Wait, what?
Wait a minute.
Wait.
What's in?
I was talking about four-wheel drive.
Oh,
Oh.
getting confused here. Hey.
So you were defeated.
So this entire trip, I'm hiding from her the fact that I'm going to propose.
Yeah.
Doo-doo. Oh, shit. I knew.
I didn't know.
Me neither, Ben.
Good.
Yeah, I think you were like you're the only dude
You're the
I
only
freaking
person
told.
he told.
Maybe. I'm special.
Yeah. Anyway,
I mean,
so
we all
this whole
knew it
time,
was coming, but we
Yeah.
just didn't know when.
I almost,
Right.
like, when I met up with you the day before, like the day you guys were leaving, like hanging out in the driveway with you and your dad, I was going to say something to Terry, but I didn't want to like, oh shit, maybe Terry doesn't know. So I'm just going to keep my mouth shut for right
no,
now.
he didn't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So I want the trip to go well, and this entire time I'm scouting for a good spot for the proposal.
Gotta have the perfect spot,
right?
Yeah.
And so she is like a massive rock hound, right? She loves finding cool rocks.
Yeah.
She's always wanted to find geodes.
Yeah.
I like rocks too. I like finding cool rocks.
I like rocks.
Everybody likes rocks.
Right?
Rocks.
I want
love
to find
rocks.
geodes too. So
Yeah.
so I get I ordered geodes online, right? So I get some geodes online, and my plan is I'm gonna have a geode as basically my ring box. Like instead of opening up a ring box, I'm gonna open up a geode,
Inside
right?
that,
So I gotta cleanly crack open this fucking geode to make it a box. Well, it took a couple tries.
Yeah, I say good luck.
I kept just shattering the shit out of geodes.
You got a lot of them.
I got, and she before the trip, she came out in the garage and she was like,
Oh, yeah.
helping me look for something or whatever. And I was like, stop looking in the garage. She's like looking at me like I'm
A crazy person.
crazy person, you know. And I'm like, stop looking at shit in the
Get out of here.
garage.
It's Christmas.
Get out of here. She's like, why? And I'm like, you might find something that I don't want you to find. the whole time I'm just sitting there like, it's just I got a porn collection. Get out of here. You know, like, just stop looking. Get out of here. You know. And anyway, there was literally like right in front of her face was like smashed freaking geode rock dust all over the workbench, and she didn't even freaking notice. Like
nice.
I was like, I didn't clean it up yet. So I'm just looking.
You can like cut it, right?
Well, I don't want to cut it
Too
because
clean.
it's like because then there's like the gap and
Yeah,
it
you
looks
want
all
it to look
obvious.
like
I want it to
you're
look
just breaking it
broken,
apart.
like we
Yeah.
just
You
broke
just
it.
cracked it
Okay.
open.
Yeah, you know, like I was kind of going for the trickster.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to trick her.
Just
Anyway,
Can't tell it's been broken yet. Yeah.
Got it.
what are you thinking? I see something going through your head right now.
No, it's just he's not good at keeping surprises. When it comes to Christmas every year, it's like a month before, and he's got my gifts. He's like, "Hey,
Guess what
do you
I
want to
got?
open them now? Do you want to know now what I got you?"
You and I
fact
are
that
the
he held
same
that
there.
in,
I can't help it, dude.
I can't help it either.
I think I got her a good
He's
gift.
so
I want her to like it.
excited.
Yeah. More excited about the gift than she is.
He had to been so nervous, and not nervous to ask you, but just
Oh.
the buildup of it.
He was, and I thought,
Jumping out of his skin.
at one point I thought he was mad at me because he was like really high strung that one of the last days there, and I was like, "Are
Yeah.
you okay?"
So this entire trip though, I'm looking for like a good. I'm ideally thinking about like along a stream or a river where there's lots of
Right.
cool rocks,
Romantic, yeah.
and she can be looking for rocks and stuff. And I got all these extra geodes.
Oh, look what I found.
I'm gonna
pile of
I'm
them.
gonna hide all these geodes in the river and hoping that she's gonna discover them or find them, or I will act like I find them
Look,
or discover
yeah.
them, you know, type of thing. And the one that I already have pre-cracked open, that I have the ring in, I'm gonna be, oh look, I think I found one,
Yeah.
you know, type of thing. Anyway,
Hey, he went to a lot of thought and process.
did.
so this
He did.
entire
Pretty
time
rough.
I'm like looking for that spot. So what? We're getting like near the end of our trip at this point.
was Thursday, and we left on Did we leave on Friday?
Yeah, we started heading home on Friday.
Okay, yeah,
That's
so
when the
this
whole
was
battery
Thursday.
issue happened. And everything.
Yeah.
So I'm like starting to stress out at this point. I'm like, dude, I haven't found like a good river stream yet with like that's like away from the highway, this and that. So I just happened like spot this area, and I'm like, all right, this
has to happen,
better
yeah.
be it. But I like looked at all these other areas, so I had them all pinned. Like okay, if this isn't a good spot, then we'll go to this spot. If that's not a good spot, we'll go to this spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so we went out to this spot, and I was like so fucking bummed because at the very end of this spot where it ended, like this road basically ended at this river, there was like 3 or 4 other vehicles
Oh,
already
he
parked
was
there.
so mad about
And
it.
I was like,
dude.
fucking son of a bitch,
Bastards, don't they
go to
know?
work, you assholes.
Yeah, and I was
Like
like,
some of us don't get vacations, you know. Like,
"Why are you so mad? We can share the spot, babe. It's not a big deal."
Dick.
yeah. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, you fuckers. You know, I'm like get all mad. Anyway, so I like start coming back down on that road, and there's a little side cutoff that kind of went up next to this little like destroyed mining cabin, basically.
So in the meantime, you got all these geodes in your pockets.
No, I actually, well,
Okay.
I use old Crown Royal bags because my dad gets
Yeah.
Crown Royal all the
Yeah.
time.
Usually drugs are in those.
Yeah. Right.
So I have all these little Crown Royal bags, and I use them for like random stuff in the truck. So I had an extra one. I put the geodes in that because I figured she wouldn't even bother looking at it. You know,
It's
like whatever.
Eric's bag of bolts.
Yeah, why not?
Fucking-
So I found this spot and I was like, okay, maybe this is the spot. And I pulled the truck. I still have the GoPro mounted on top of the truck. And I aimed the truck
Did you
towards
get
like
the
the
film?
river. Huh?
Oh, never mind. Go on.
Yes, we got it on film.
Oh, okay, you got it on film?
Yes, we did. We got it on
I
film.
gotta see it, yeah.
And like I was like sketched out like the whole time. So anyway, so we get out and I'm like trying to get her away from me. Like I'm trying to be like
set it up, yeah.
yeah, I'm trying to like
Babe, go look over
like
there.
go look for rocks. Like go in the river over there. Go look over there.
I'm
like
not
pointing,
like that.
I'm pointing at all these spots and I'm like, go on a walk. Go
away
check it
from
out.
me.
I gave her bear spray and everything. I'm like, because she's like, what if there's a bear? I'm like,
Well,
here's some bear
valid
spray.
question.
Like, go look for some shit and leave me alone for a minute.
need
You
my
know what I
alone
mean?
time.
Yeah, like, so I'm like,
Porn collection.
so I'm like, all right, dude. Like, hey, babe, I'm gonna organize the truck a little bit and clean it up while we're stopped here.
gonna
You
do some dumb shit.
You keep
Yeah.
looking for rocks, okay? You know.
Geodes
So,
specifically.
so I actually did like organize the truck a little bit, and like the
But you
bins and
gotta
shit,
play
like
it
where
up,
our
make it
clothes
look-
went, you know, and at the same time, I'm like sticking the geodes in my pockets underneath my jacket, you know, so you can't really tell.
A geode in your pocket?
Yeah, I got a bunch of geodes
You're
in my
just
pocket.
happy to see me.
Whoa. So she starts kind of like coming back a little bit closer to the vehicle, and I'm getting a little stressed out and shit. And so it looks like she's not paying attention. And I'm like, all right, it'd be really cool to get this on video. At this point, I already walked out and I placed a couple of geodes along the riverbank.
Oh, a little bread trail.
You know, then I came back, fucked with the vehicle a little bit, and then I turned the camera on. When I turned the camera on, I forgot I went beep beep, you know. So the camera goes beep beep or whatever, dude. And I'm like looking at her, and she like doesn't notice at all.
Okay,
and I'm like, oh fuck, okay, cool. She didn't hear it. She didn't hear it at all. All right, cool. So I just go along my merry fucking. I'm just like, okay, look at these cool rocks. Look at these cool rocks. And this whole time, I have the main geode in my pocket,
Yeah.
and I got the ring in my other pocket. Hi, Daisy.
Daisy's trying to get some
Okay,
attention.
you got tax in your pocket?
Yeah, right. And so I'm like telling her to look around and stuff, trying to get her to like not pay attention to what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like I do not want her looking at me because I'm trying to make it a surprise.
Yeah,
Right.
but he kept leaving me. And I'm out here alone. It's cold, by the way.
You're not alone. I'm right. I'm
but
like right
you
there.
Because at one point I stood up and I was like, babe,
Because
babe.
I was bent down putting it in the water.
Yeah.
And right when she said babe, I thought she caught me. And I stood up real quick like, hey, yeah, what?
It was a little stressful for me.
She had no idea. I was like in the middle of trying to hide a geode in the fucking river.
What are you doing with your hands?
amount of- yeah.
Show me your
Yeah.
hands.
So I was like, yeah, come over here and check this out, you know? And
Leave me alone.
like-
I'm
you're like-
vacuuming my room.
I'm back in my room again. Yeah. It's my porno collection.
Sorry, I'm not making this about it.
So I like, God. So, you know, she comes over to where I am. I'm like, oh yeah, look at how beautiful it is and this and that. I'm just trying to like not ruin the surprise the best that I can. You know, obviously I'm like bursting. Like I'm committed now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fucking committed. I got this shit down. Like I gotta make it happen right now, you know? And I mean, I feel like we had a really good day up to that
It was
point.
a beautiful day. It was
Yeah.
a perfect
Memorable day.
I'm over there just taking pictures. Do.
La-di-da.
Babe, smile. He's got rocks in his pockets. Like, stop looking at me.
Yeah, yeah. She said to me after the fact, she's like, I never even noticed that, but I went back and looked at the photos, and I could totally tell you got
for
some
real?
shit in your pockets. I'm like, but anyway, so she comes over there, and I'm like, hey, what is that right there? Like, or no, I said, hey, babe, what's this?
Yeah.
Is this a geode?
Yeah.
And she comes over there and she's like, no way. And I'm looking at her
Like,
like,
this is lame to
she's
throw
like,
it back
no,
in
it
the
just
river."
looks like a rock, you know? I'm like, I don't know. I think we should break it up. Because I bought her like one of those rock picks, you know, like the
Yeah,
rock
yeah.
little freaking pick
little
hammer
chisel
things.
thingy.
Minor.
looking- yeah.
Yeah, so you can pry rocks out and shit. I was like, all right, let me see that thing. Let's break this thing open, see if it's a geode, you know? So I break it open on another rock and it's a geode. And she's like, no way, like that's crazy awesome. And I was like, maybe they're just washing up against this bank right here. Keep looking. And I'm trying to keep her like looking.
Look that way.
You know, I'm like, look around, you know. She's like looking and looking and looking. And she didn't find the other one. I thought I left really obvious over there.
I think I did found that one, and I think that's the one that I brought home, and I thought that I actually found that one. Like, anyways, go ahead.
I don't know. Anyway, I brought 3 planter geodes and then the 4th ring geode.
Gotcha.
Right? One of the geodes I just straight up left in the truck. Like I was like, I can only fit so much in my pockets without being super obvious.
He's like a squirrel packing up the nuts.
Yeah. So we find like the second, I can't even remember if it was me or you, found the second geode type of thing, you know? We're like, oh yeah, maybe that's a geode or whatever, you know? So we're like, oh cool. And so I pick up like a different type of rock. I'm like, oh, look at this cool rock. And she's looking at rocks and then like I kind of like, I'm like, I'm gonna make it out to this middle section of the river, you know, I'm gonna hop from rock to rock, you know, type of thing, this little area, little tiny thing. And I'm like waiting for her, like I'm like glancing out the corner of my eye, like is she looking away from me? Is she looking away from me? And like when she looks away from me, I pull it out of my pocket real quick and I like dip it down in the water. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, she's not looking, you know. And then I pull the ring out of my pocket, you know, and then I put it inside the rock, and I put the fucking top on the rock.
Dude, shit.
And I put the top on the rock.
Underwater?
Yeah, and my hands are fucking numb.
Yeah, it was cold water.
I can't fucking feel my hands, dude. They're so fucking cold right now. And the whole thing that's going through my head is like, please don't fall out of this fucking water.
Yeah, don't wash down the river.
Please don't fall about this rock, because she's going to freak out when Aric just starts ripping all the rocks out of this fucking stream. He starts throwing them everywhere like a bear, freaking out. It's in here somewhere! You know, going fucking nuts.
I gotta get my geode.
Yeah, it's in here. It's really small. I know exactly what it looks like. Anyway, this whole time I'm just stressed the fuck out right now. I'm starting to sweat a little bit, you know. And I have the geode down in the water, the ring's inside there, and I pull it up out of the water. I'm like, hey, babe, like, is this geode? This is a totally geode. It's already cracked open. Check this out, you know. And I come over the shoreline, you know, and I'm like, look. She's like looking at it. She's like, no way, babe, no fucking way, you know. Like, I don't know. What'd you say? Say it.
I said, I think that is what I said. And I was like, how fucking cool.
Way.
But I have always wanted to find a geode.
I had to apologize immediately after that. I planted them all.
Oh,
like,
she thought she like just found the cache of geodes.
yeah.
I was trying to set the scene, man. It was a white lie.
Yeah,
It was. And it was worth it. But yeah, I was stoked because it's on my list of things that I want to do. I love rocks. I have like a tackle box just full of them, and I wanted to find a geode. So go ahead. Yeah, I think I said, how fucking cool.
She was stoked. Yeah.
So I have like the top on the rock, right? And there's like a little hole in it because I couldn't get an even break. So one of the sides has a little hole in it and let all the water in, obviously. So there's water in there with the ring, right? Okay. And I'm like, babe, check it out. I'm gonna open it up, okay? You know, she's like, hold on, like, let me film this, you know. So she gets her phone out. She gets her phone out on her own accord.
Rad.
Nothing to do with me.
Perfect, yeah.
Right? She's like, let me film you opening it, you know, type of thing. And I'm like, okay, are you ready? You know, and she's like, yeah, I'm ready. And she has it all on film. And I freaking open up the rock all slow. And she's like, oh, wow, like so beautiful or whatever. And then
I think my exact words were, shut up, stop.
Are you joking?
That's rad.
But I'm like, because I am like, I'm thinking of all the clever things that I should, romantic things I should say. And yeah, immediately I went to duh mode, dude. I was just like, I just started cheering. Yeah. I started laughing like a freaking idiot, dude. Just, I was like, what's in there, babe? What's in there?
That is verbatim, by the way.
Seriously, anyway. I'm like, what's in there? What's in there? And so she just keeps telling me to shut up and shut up and shut up.
Oh, I think I only said shut up one time.
Oh, shut up. Are you joking?
I said, are you joking? Probably,
6 times, right?
No, it was
I think
like
we counted.
5 times in 30 seconds because I'm saying, "Are you joking?" And he's just laughing.
Yeah, I'm joking. Just kidding.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Totally joking.
So yeah. Anyway, so I eventually get it out. I don't
the
even
words
remember
out.
getting it out,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm like, "Will you marry me?"
Oh yeah, I said yeah.
I said, "Yeah."
I did.
And so I dug the rock out, or
The ring.
the ring out, the rock out.
Yeah, it's got a
Both
rock.
things.
It is a fucking rock.
Yeah. It's a good job.
Yeah.
But it was a perfect day. And it was a perfect trip already. That's what my disclaimer is I was already having such a good time. Like, even though nothing went kind of how we thought it was going to go with the weather and the truck, like, it was literally the best trip that I have ever been on.
Right.
And then that was just like the icing on top of the cake.
Really?
Good stuff. Yeah.
I worked really hard on this other trip.
It was really good. My only disappointment was I thought that I had actually found a geode. And instead I went home with a ring. So I'm still confused about that one.
You're gonna have to go take her to find geodes now.
Yeah.
I've been trying, man. She doesn't want to look for him.
But
I keep telling her, go look,
You got-
go look, and I can't get her distracted. She would have been proposed to like 2 years ago.
You had that.
She actually went looking when I told her to go look.
well, anyways, the water was perfect. It was that blue milky water, not like the red iron water. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick the right spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it worked out, and I got it all on film.
Yeah,
Got it all on the GoPro.
Put
She
that in
didn't
the
notice.
stories. We want to see all that stuff.
Yeah.
we
That'll be in the video that Shelby produces for us soon.
Yeah.
Right?
Right, okay,
Didn't know what we wanted to post up or not, you know.
Right,
But
yeah.
she does have it like on her phone.
I do.
And she's like filming, you know, and you can see on the film from her phone, you can see the ring inside the rock, and then immediately she's like, "Are you joking?"
And then it's
And
just
she puts her phone down on the rocks.
Yeah.
She just like
Oh,
drops
just
her
dropped it.
phone.
Hell yeah.
5 minutes of my phone just face down in the rocks. Are you
And-
joking?
Just
And
lift
and,
the audio,
and
yeah.
me.
Gotta get that audio.
I understand that, yeah.
It's pretty. It's something else. And as a woman too, like obviously you think about it, you have things in your mind that
How
you
it's gonna
want to
go.
say, how it's gonna go. No, it's just, are you joking? Are you joking?
Yeah.
Is this a joke? Are you serious? So
Yeah. So that went really well.
Yeah, I remember
She's-
'cause
she
you
actually said
posted
yes.
it on Instagram.
I did, and
So that
Yeah.
because I think you posted a picture of your hand with
I
the ring
sure
on.
did.
That was it. The little river that was flowing by. That's where you guys
Yeah.
were.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
that's where it happened. When
Yeah,
we
and,
were
then,
alone.
and then I was like, "Oh, congrats!" And then I text you, and I'm like, "Oh, congrats!" You're like, "Well, I guess she posted it."
Yeah. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know she posted it.
Yeah, yeah. We heard from her before you. So.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. I was
Oh, no,
so
that's fine.
excited.
Well, she
It
said
should be. Yeah.
she says like, well, it's like, because I have told her before, it's like, don't post exactly where we're at when we're there.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, just wait like a day or two and then post something or whatever, you know, like just so,
Get the buffer.
just in case
Yeah.
all of our fans, you know, I'm just kidding. You know what I mean? You know, you just never know, like,
Yeah.
you know, people might want to
weirdos.
rob my house or,
Yeah.
you know, whatever.
Yeah, I like the,
You know, I don't want everybody knowing that
the
we're gone.
backtrack you got. I'm gonna kill a dig. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever the heck the situation is. So then she asked me like, "Hey, is it okay if I post some stuff?" And I'm just thinking like, post some stuff from the
Yeah,
trip.
yeah.
Well,
I'm not thinking and announce the engagement in my head.
Oh, so you hadn't even told your parents yet?
no, he did. He did.
Okay.
Yeah.
By that point, you had.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because right after that, we ended up cruising up into Ouray again, and I called my mother, and she called her mother, and you know,
Gave the good
we
news.
did the whole thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Nice.
then I let my dad know, and
Yeah, they all found out on social media. The fuck?
yeah,
Thought about that, but I was just so excited. I mean, 4
Yeah.
years is not a long time, but I mean,
You've been waiting.
But yeah, it was a
waiting 4
misunderstanding. It was just a misunderstanding, basically. I thought she was just going to post something about the trip. She ended up posting the engagement thing.
I mean,
And then
well,
you hit me up, and I was like, oh,
I guess
I
Ben
guess so.
knows.
Yeah.
I guess Ben knows.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is fine. I just didn't. I
think you
I didn't
reposted
care.
shortly
I just
after.
didn't
Yeah.
know that's what she was doing.
that's what I did. I said, everybody, I'm getting murdered.
I got me a man.
I got me a man. I got me a rock. I don't have any geos though.
Sorry,
So,
but anyway, sorry
Went
Now you're
exactly as
engaged.
planned.
to ruin
Yeah,
ruin everything. But yeah, so now we're engaged, and we talked to Aim from Priority Overland.
Yep. Awesome.
And he's supposed to be our photographer at our wedding.
Oh,
Aim.
fucking rad.
Overland Priority.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait.
You said priority Overland.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Overland priority. Come on now.
My bad, dude.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, he'd be
But
rad for your photos, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he straight up like when I hit him up, he's like, yeah, I don't do church weddings.
It don't,
And I'm like, we don't plan on getting married in a church, dude. It's all good, dude. Like we're gonna do national park or something like that.
Yeah, outdoors
he's like,
something.
He's like, I'm down. I'm like, cool. Hell yeah. I haven't talked to him about pricing yet, but
He'll hook it up.
pretty sure I'll figure.
He's a good dude. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Well, I want to support him and his
course,
family.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
good people providing good content, you know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's
on.
Yeah.
on.
It's on.
Do you guys have a date at all?
Yeah.
Have you talked about
Look-
that?
No. Well,
No,
of year,
it's just
maybe?
it's one of those things. Like if I had like enough money, like it would be tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I want, it's just that it's that constant fight, dude. Like I'm not rich, dude. I work hard for my money, so it's
Yeah.
like I would love for everybody to have a damn good time, but I can't invite anybody.
Dude.
You
you
know
guys
what I mean?
are not
So it's
invited.
like,
You're just hearing this now.
The
well,
fuck?
well, it's just kind of one of those.
I'm just
It's
joking.
it's that debate though. It's like, do I have just like the ceremony with just like
And then you have
her mom and my mom, and that's it? And we have the ceremony, and that's it. And then we have the reception with everybody.
If you guys do,
and we do the reception
you-
is like at a campground that we rent, and then we can just have everybody show up, and we do a potluck. Everybody's just barbecuing, roasting dogs, and hanging out,
you
having
guys
a good
got
time.
enough friends and family that are like, loyal and we'd be happy to be a part of this, that if you guys say, hey, we're going to meet up on some mountaintop in Colorado, I guarantee most of us are going to be there.
Yeah.
And we'll bring a bottle of
But
booze.
we
We'll-
wouldn't want it that far away though. We want something like local, so everybody
up
could
to
actually show up.
$3.95
You know,
or something, or wherever it
Yeah.
may be. If you guys just post it, we'll be there.
Yeah.
If you throw it, we will.
well, we're not gonna post it.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, if you host it, we will show. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I don't care where
Build
is.
it, and they will come.
Yeah, we will be
Yeah.
there. It don't even fucking matter.
True. But we did talk about doing like a camp reception kind of
Yeah, do a
thing.
minimal one, like something smaller,
Yeah.
and then like you guys go up into like some bitchin' mountaintop, do the actual ceremony, and then
Yeah.
you come back down into the camp, or something like that.
yeah,
That'd be rad.
For sure.
yeah. We're still debating about it.
We'll
Yeah, you got time. Yeah, no rush on that shit. Yeah, you got time to plan it out, do it right. Pick the time of the year you want to do it. If you want to do it outdoors,
Yeah, maybe we'll do a live podcast.
Yeah, we're gonna be podcasting from the wedding, so
This just in.
He's assuming we're invited.
Oh, trust me, if I could invite all you guys, I definitely would have every DH motherfucker there.
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure, and
They-
more.
That's what I'm
But-
saying. They would show up. We'll make shit happen.
We'd pay our own way.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
I
You don't
give
have
a
to
shit.
expect us to, just don't have it in Guam or some crazy shit.
No, yeah, for sure. We've been looking at like even like Julian area.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah,
something
dude.
like
just some little
something like
mountain
that.
town, something rad. I don't
Yeah.
care. Wherever you guys go, I'll show up if you have been invited.
You heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, it'll probably be like a, all hanging out, cooking our own food,
Laid back.
shooting the shit around the fire.
Let me give you
that
some
type of thing.
advice. I had a really big wedding. It was very expensive. I didn't pay for it. But guess what? I would rather have just saved the money and, not even my money. I'd rather save the money, the person who paid for it, my father-in-law, and just had like a normal ass ceremony. And, it's not about the money. It's not about that. It's about the memories you make during that time. And it was so large that I don't even remember seeing some people. I'm just like, what? Who's this?
Yeah, it's all blur. All
Yeah.
No, I'd rather have like my close friends in a location that I want to
family,
be,
yeah.
and that's it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And all your friends that are close, they're like, yeah, dude, I'll like make my own ribeye. Like, I don't give a shit.
I'll potluck the shit out.
Yeah.
If
of
I'm
it.
at camp, like, I love that shit. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
right.
So,
Yeah, we like started like watching videos like almost immediately, and like some of them were about like people that regretted doing like an expensive wedding.
Oh
'Cause
yeah, 100%.
Not only because it was expensive, but because they felt like they were stressed out the
Yeah,
entire
it's-
time,
it's work.
worried about people having fun at their wedding.
It's
And it's
an
like they
event.
just wish that they could just have a cheap wedding and just focused on their
Enjoy it.
own happiness. And if their friends didn't want to have fun, then their friends didn't want to have fucking fun. You know what I mean?
let me ask you this.
But I'm pretty sure I trust all you guys. Like you guys are all
you should-
legit, and
Yeah.
you guys would have fun.
Oh yeah, it doesn't even matter.
You know,
Like, let
Just
me
being
ask you this. I mean, like, what is the most fun you have when you're, I mean, I'm not saying you're going to have a camping wedding or whatever, but like, it sounds like, it might be an option. What is the most fun you have?
Oh,
what do you mean?
Like when you're out camping, what's the most fun?
you
Hanging out with all my homies,
There you
Around
go.
the fire.
Yeah,
There you go.
campfire and
There you go.
staring at the stars.
Yeah, man.
didn't Michelle
Nature,
and Boy
dude.
get married out?
Yeah.
They did something similar to that where they went out, did a small ceremony, and like bridesmaids, grooms, they all drove their off-road
Did their own
vehicles
thing.
out somewhere, and they went and up in the mountains, did a ceremony, and then came back and camped and had a blast, And people who didn't attend the actual ceremony on the mountaintop, whatever, they're just hanging out at camp waiting, and they had a big party and camp out. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
I didn't go to that, but I mean, it looked like it was a lot of fun. Yeah,
No, I mean, you just do your own thing.
yeah. Or whatever you guys
It's not
want to do.
worth. It's not worth stressing. It's not worth about like the money and everything else. Like just have a good time.
Yeah,
You know
100%.
what I mean?
Yeah. I like it.
Is Norm gonna come and cook those?
If you want him to, he'll fucking
mahi.
You know what? I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm gonna commit Norm to this already. But
Come on, Norm. Just like
no, Norm is a dude that would go out and catch the fish for you.
Yeah.
right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Well, congratulations, you
yeah,
guys.
congrats.
Thanks,
We're
guys.
excited. I'm excited. I'm a little
Yeah.
disappointed about the geodes. I'll get over that though.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
maybe
you
that's your
will.
wedding gift.
Oh,
Maybe.
Ooh.
Hey,
Hint, hint.
you still found those geodes because you found me.
True.
Oh,
That was a good
The
one.
geode in the rough.
did you keep the one geode at least?
Yeah, we kept all of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Those gotta be like little memory ones.
Yeah, I just
Come on.
I told her because the one I put her ring in or whatever is like you could probably fit
Oh, it's big.
10
Oh, yeah, big
ounces
one.
of liquid in that thing, 10, 12 ounces
Oh,
of liquid in that
shit,
thing.
Big
You
ass
know?
geode.
Yeah, it's a pretty big geode.
I'm thinking a
And
little.
I had that thing
golf
hidden in my
ball
pocket.
size. Holy shit!
if I show you-
softball, dude.
It's like
If
a
I-
beer can.
Yeah, if I yeah, it's like
It's big.
it's big. So I'll show you guys the video. It's fucking
Yeah, I love
it's funny
it,
because
dude.
you could totally tell that I have it in my pocket, but she didn't notice at all.
yeah, she's not paying attention to that.
She's just looking for bears and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Survival
But
mode.
I told her right before
Will
we
you
came
marry
down
me?
here, I was like, maybe I'll bring that geode down here for you guys to keep on your table.
Oh,
and then
no.
we'll take shots out of it. And she's like, "No,
Yeah,
that's my
fuck all that.
geode."
Yeah, I know. We don't want
You
that,
gave- No, I was just messing.
I'll
with
come
her.
over and have a shot out of it.
Nah, it's gonna live on the mantle, I think. But yeah, it was perfect. The only way I would redo it is I would plan to say something else other than "Are you joking?" Because I'm
You
not.
could've scripted it better. Yeah.
I could have, but I think the entire video was like 11 minutes, and I'm not even joking. And it's embarrassing, but just the first 35 seconds, I said it 5 times. We counted.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But other than that, it's perfect. But anyways, so that day was perfect. We went back to town. We went back to Ouray.
Sorry, it's just the way.
And then I don't know what we did from there. I think we got
All
like
blur after that.
yeah, it was. I was living on a high. But we got some stuff from the gift shop to kind of like commemorate it.
Yeah, we got like a Christmas ornament. Like it's like,
Oh.
you know, like it's like you get a Christmas
Yeah,
ornament
yeah,
from
when-
the town near
Yeah.
there. You know. And-
Yeah. And then we went back to Telluride.
Oh well, but while we were in Ouray, we passed a store there, and it just caught my eye, like on
Oh,
my
yeah,
way
yeah.
out of town, and it was called Burning Ass Trading Company.
What? What are they trading down a burning?
I don't know. I saw this sign, Burning Ass Training Company, and I'm like, okay, I gotta go in there just for the hell of it. Like, that's freaking hilarious, right? So I stop and I go into this shop. It's called Burning Ass.
Oh shit.
Turns out it's a gun store.
Yeah.
And so I had to bring you guys some t-shirts.
Burning at like a donkey ass.
donkey
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Ouray, Colorado.
Hooray! Oh, that's awesome, man. Thanks, dude.
Dude, that's right.
Anyway, so I had to bring you guys some t-shirts, but I started talking to the guy that was working there, and I was like, do you guys do background checks? And like before I can even finish my sentence, he's like,
From
of course,
California?
of course we do, you know? And I'm like, no, on ammo. And he's like, no, we don't do background checks on ammo.
He's like, you must be from
You know?
California.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, because in California they do. Like you have to basically purchase a firearm within the last 5 years in order to buy ammunition.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
And he's like, no, man, you can come out here. Well, never mind. I'm not gonna say this over the net.
I wouldn't
I'll tell you
say
guys
it,
off.
but
I'll tell you guys off net.
Right,
but
right.
he was a cool
he
dude.
was a cool dude, and he had the thickest, Scottish accent.
Yeah, he sounded like he
What?
was from Scotland or something
Yeah, it's a cool dude.
like
Braveheart.
from like the Highlands or something though.
Yeah.
Not like stereotypical like Braveheart Scottish accent.
He was
like
thick. Yeah.
like yeah, like you know, like
Weird shit,
like
yeah.
weird, like whoa, what did you just say? Like, you know, but yeah, he was cool.
He was a cool dude. So if you're in the area,
Yeah,
stop
it was
it.
funny. He was working on one of those 50.
Stop at burning ass trading
Stop at burning
company.
Yeah, yeah. You can get ammo. Anyway, he it was funny because like I was like I think I like mentioned something like I was from California or whatever, and he was working on a 50 caliber air gun, PCP air gun, right? For like
right.
hunting elk and shit like that with an air gun.
Yeah, yeah.
50 cal. And he's like, this is just about all you can own out there in California. Or I can't do his voice right now, but
Yeah.
you know, he's like, this is all you can really own is these
Air guns.
These air guns. You know what I mean?
Those-
I was
some
like,
of those are legit.
yeah,
We
pretty
looked
much,
at
but those things are pretty badass. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah,
It's
no,
like, I've been looking at
no
like the-
Limit used to sell those like badass air guns.
yeah.
Yeah, we looked at some when we were at SHOT Show and shit. Like, yeah, you can fucking
Yeah.
have them. They're quiet as shit.
Yeah, you can drop elk and shit with
Yeah.
a 38, you know?
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, well, if you get the one with the,
Yeah,
yeah, the Whisperer.
The whisper.
whisper, the burning
The
ass
whispering
whisperer.
eye. Wait, what? What was that?
Yeah,
But, yeah, sorry. What were we gonna, okay, so we went from
What?
Ouray from there.
Before stopping at the burning ass.
Before we stopped at burning. And he made candles, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
He was like a man of all trades.
Yeah, he made candles and something else, he said.
Like the stone art stuff.
yeah, some stone carving shit. I don't know.
Cool dude.
Yeah, cool dude. Just, you know, dude you'd expect almost to be chilling in Colorado mountains.
Yeah,
Be
right. Fit the part.
Some random Highlander
Yeah.
making candles and guns
Yeah.
and t-shirts.
and
And
t-shirts.
t-shirts.
Yeah, his wife hid those from him, by the way. He's like, I don't have any large or whatever. And then
Oh,
he
yeah.
finds them in the bottom drawer. He's like, oh, I do have large. My wife must have put them there. Anyway, but yeah, so we left Ouray. Went back from there. I think we went.
And we went back.
Oh, we went back to Last Dollar. So from there, we went back down because we didn't do the full Last Dollar. Because when we did the Last Dollar trail, we basically went from the Telluride side up like half of Last Dollar and then back down into Telluride just to find a place to camp. So this time we basically went from Ouray up around the north side and approached from the other side of the mountain and came down the Last Dollar trail and did the whole thing back out and ended up back in Telluride again. But this time I was like, fuck it, it's at the end of our trip. Certain sections I was like hauling ass. So I was hitting shit a little bit,
trying to-
maybe a little too hard. Not sure. I don't know, a little too shaky,
Yeah,
a little too rattly. I don't know. Anyway, so we get all the way back down into Telluride, and the next day we have to we're heading home, right? This is Thursday night.
This is for, Thursday.
This is
You're right.
Thursday night.
Yeah.
We left on Friday morning, right?
Yep.
Something along those lines. Anyway, so or was it Friday?
No, I don't know. You're
We headed
messing
home
me up
Saturday.
now. I think it.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I picked up the battery on Sunday.
I would say we touched base with you on Friday. No, Saturday mornings when we touched base with you.
Yeah, so
That
it was
after
Saturday.
after the eclipse. The
Oh,
Yeah.
solar
yeah.
eclipse. Yep.
Oh, Saturday. No, wait. Okay, yeah, so it was Friday. Because Saturday was when we woke up in
Yes. It's
Flagstaff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so anyway, so we
I
get
know
down
your
into
timeline better than
Telluride,
You do.
I know,
right?
right?
Shit, man. I need
That's a
other.
long
I need
drive,
other
dude.
people around,
Yeah.
dude. So we wake up, or I'm sorry, we get down into Telluride, and we pull over because this entire time we're craving a Butch Cassidy coffee.
The only place you
And
can
this
get
whole time she's talking about like,
Where
come
did you-
on, we just need to go back there and get another fucking.
Where did you
coffee.
hear about Butch Cassidy coffee? Where is this coming? Oh, that was
No,
the first,
that's
That
from
was
the
the
coffee,
first
the
place.
coffee
The first
cowboy.
place.
the coffee cowboy
The
was
coffee
it.
Yeah,
Cowboy.
the type of coffee was the Butch Cassidy coffee.
Gotcha.
It was like
Okay.
the type of coffee.
You were
It was
just
like,
craving that
It was
again.
like a espresso
Cream.
Irish
Irish
cream with
cream.
caramel or something
No
like
caramel,
that.
mocha.
No caramel? Mocha,
Had
that's what it
mocha.
was. But it was freaking bomb. You know, it was delicious. And anyway, so we were gonna go back there. And so I pull over the truck. We're like, hey, you know what? Let's just like stay in town maybe tonight again, and we'll head out tomorrow morning. And oh man, we didn't even get into the horror stories behind the hotels either. But anyway, we slept better in our truck. I think.
Oh,
really?
yeah.
Pretty much the entire trip, we slept better in our truck. Like almost every time we slept in a hotel, it was like noisy ass neighbors, loud ass TVs. Oh, we forgot the hot tub one.
Oh, yeah, that was a nice one.
We stayed at a hotel in Ouray actually that had hot springs.
Ooh,
And you get actual hot springs running down out of the mountain down it, and they'd fill up these little individual hot tubs, and you go and kick it in those things.
Ooh.
That was actually pretty nice. What was that one called?
That one was Box Canyon.
Box Canyon
Hot Springs.
Hot Springs. That was a
sounds
pretty nice
cool.
one.
that'd be
That
nice.
was
I forgot about that one.
Nice little.
I know I'm going all over the
That
damn
was-
freaking storyboard right now.
The only good night of sleep I think we got the entire trip.
Yeah, that was at a hotel.
That was, yeah.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So we get back down in a Telluride. We pull over, park. We're gonna go get our freaking coffee or whatever the hell it was. Or no,
Is this a night, morning? What
we're
is
gonna go.
the
This is at night.
afternoon.
This is afternoon.
I think
No, we were gonna go get dinner,
we were gonna get food. Yeah.
and we're gonna get coffee the next morning, right?
Something
like
like
that.
that.
Anyway, so I turn off the truck. We go do something. I can't remember, and I come back to move the truck into a different parking spot because it was like, oh, that's what it was. It was like paid parking. You had to pay for the parking, or you park over here and it's not paid. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to sweep up on
Score
that
a spot. Yeah.
So I go to start the truck.
Oh,
I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
right.
bullshit, dude. So immediately she calls it. She's like, sounds like it's got to be the battery. And I'm like, no fucking way, it can't be the battery. It's a brand new freaking Odyssey high performance freaking battery,
You just
dude.
got that thing not that long.
Like
ago.
I got it like 2 years ago. It was like 2021
Yeah.
or whatever the hell. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way in hell this thing's bad already. Like, no freaking way, right? So I crawl up underneath the truck and I'm checking the starter. I'm pulling
everything
pulling the
else.
plugs out, and I'm freaking like making sure everything's tight. I'm like, everything's fucking tight. This doesn't make any sense. I'm getting grease all over my arms, my hands, and shit. I'm like, this dude, everything seems fine. I'm checking the fuses and stuff. Or no, I checked the fuses later, I think. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. So I just get the jump starter out. Thank God, dude. Like, you should always carry one of those damn
yeah,
jump
I have
starter
one.
packs.
No, yeah.
Dude,
Those things are
yeah.
freaking great, dude. You know, I've used mine, I don't know how many freaking times, especially after this trip.
Oh yeah, same.
I used it
Yeah.
for I literally used it for the last like 400 fucking miles of the trip. Like every time I had to start the truck, dude, jump start it.
Well, yeah.
Anyway, so I used that thing and it started right up. And I was like, well, it's not the freaking starter. I guess it's got to be the freaking battery, dude, you know? And anyway, so we ended up staying in Telluride again
Did you
another
get your
night.
like battery indicator light come on?
No. It didn't. It was weird because I actually have like the gauge that shows
The volts.
the
Yeah.
the
voltmeter.
volt feed and all that shit, and everything was fine. Everything looked like just normal. It's like feeding in like 13.8,
I think it was
13.9, 14.2.
Really?
You know, like yeah, it was like feeding everything freaking fine. That's why I was like, dude, it can't be the battery. I have the gauge right there. Like everything's feeding in fine. It's taking a charge. Like what the hell, you know? Anyway.
That's weird.
Yeah, so it didn't make sense to me that it would be the battery. And so that's why I started checking the starter and all that jazz. But anyway, so we woke up the next morning, went and got Cowboy Coffee, got another Butch Cassidy, got our freaking mojo back on, right?
Nice.
Jump started the truck. The closest AutoZone
Yep.
was 140 miles away.
Something like that. I think it was in Cortez and we were in Telluride.
Yeah, something like that.
They don't have an auto parts store?
No, they have auto parts, but not an AutoZone. And I got the battery at an AutoZone.
Warranty.
I wanted them to
Warranty it
honor and that's why I got it from AutoZone, because AutoZone's all over the freaking place. I
Supposedly.
want them to honor the shit.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I got down to AutoZone and they had like a huge difficult time trying to find the damn battery.
Ooh.
They couldn't even figure out how to order it. They couldn't find the freaking part number. By the time they found the part number, it was impossible for them to tell any other shop what the part number was because they couldn't find it in their system. I don't know, some sort of weird, confusing freaking thing for certain individuals. I don't know.
It's literally
But
a third gen Forerunner.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's they were looking for the
Odyssey
battery,
specific.
that specific battery. You know what I mean?
Swap it out. Yeah.
So I was like, they were like, well, the earliest we can get it is tomorrow by 2 p.m. And I was like, well, I don't want to be here tomorrow at 2 p.m. I got to head home.
Yeah.
I got to get home. So I was like, is there any way I can call maybe somewhere in like Flagstaff,
Yeah, on my route towards
and
home.
have them get the battery, and then it's like on my way home, and they're like, we'll do the calling for you. So then they start calling. They call like freaking 15 different freaking shops, dude. I swear. And finally, they ended up getting one out of like the 2 shops in Flagstaff to finally agree to order it. They finally found like the order number or whatever, the SKU number. They order the battery, and they're like, okay, it'll be here tomorrow by 2:00. And then they finish off by like, so wait, if the customer's at your store, why are we ordering it?
Right.
And they're like, because they're passing through. They're on their way to you guys. They'll be there tomorrow by 2, you know? And I'm like, I tell them, like, I'll be there by freaking tonight.
Yeah,
I'll be there tonight.
I'll fucking hot dog straight there.
You know what I mean? So we did. We went down to Flagstaff.
That's a long. How many hours?
4 or 5 hours or something.
Yeah.
From Telluride?
Something like that. 4 or
That's not
5 hours.
Not too bad. Yeah.
6 hours. From Cortez,
Oh.
it was probably like 4 hours.
Probably 4, I think.
Right?
Oh, yeah, because you went from there to
From
Cortez
Telluride
first,
to Cortez,
and then,
Yeah.
and then from Cortez to
Got it.
to Flagstaff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we get down there, have dinner. We go. Where did we end up going? I don't know. We just found some random spot out in the Flagstaff woods.
Yeah.
And like as we're like kind of cruising, we picked this trail and we're like, oh, let's just cruise down this way. There should be some camp spots, whatever, because there's all these signs around there that, you know, they're like closing down everywhere apparently. Like no
They're
camping,
getting ready
none of
for
this,
winter.
none of that. None of this.
Yeah, we hit a bunch of that.
So we start coming down this road.
Williams is open though.
Yeah, yeah, a little out of our way at the time.
Another half hour.
But we're coming up, and then did I spot the elk at first?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But then we start seeing elk, and there's probably 40 of them, 30 or
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that
30
video
or
you guys posted.
40 elk,
There's a
something
shitload.
like that, like
That's a
coming by,
ton.
and I was like,
The whole
that's,
fucking herd, dude.
that's
It's
the most
crazy.
I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But I told a buddy at work that he used to live in Colorado. He goes out elk hunting all the time, and he's like, dude, I've gone out there and seen thousands of
Oh, yeah, yeah.
thousands of elk, you know, running across the fields, you know, and I'm like, well, that'd be cool. Fuck you.
You're like, all right.
Fucking
Fucking
up
dick,
me.
one
Yeah.
up me, man,
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah, so anyway, we stayed the night in Flagstaff, hit up the shop. I was like, you know, I'm gonna get there early. I think we got there around like noon instead of 2 p.m. And they already had the battery. It just took them forever. They could not figure out how to switch the old battery for the new battery. For the life of them,
The computer
Do
paperwork.
the
Yeah, they-
exchange. They
yeah,
couldn't
they
figure
could
out.
not figure it out. Then finally, they like went and got like the manager. The manager was like, "You're good, bye." You know, like
Is it
take your
two-wheel
stuff
drive
and
or
go.
four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah,
he
he
just dropped the
but
battery
he was
on
like-
the fucking counter, grabbed the new one, walk out the store.
yeah, he was like, sorry for the trouble for that. I renewed your warranty, so I have a new warranty
new.
on a brand new battery.
Yeah, you're
so
fucking
hey,
better,
Why
yeah.
not? And it got us home. Then on the way home, we stopped in Kingman.
Yeah, we were
And-
we were like right there in Williams when you were there. We are gonna try to like stop and like I'm like, oh, they're gonna be sitting at autos and all bored. I'm like, let's stop and say hi, but we were in a fucking hurry, so
Yeah, I totally get it.
Yeah.
You know, get the hell out of here.
yeah,
Don't fucking
fuck these
with
guys.
us.
I don't want to fucking.
Yeah. Yeah. But so we go to freaking Kingman, where a buddy of
Yeah.
mine from Iraq lives, my buddy Alan Arnesto.
He's out. Ernesto's out there now.
Yeah, he's been living in Kingman for years.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. So I also went to Africa with him and shit.
Yeah, a
I
bunch
know
of-
you know the random stupid
Backstories
stories
between you
stupid
guys, yeah.
suicidal shit that we've done together. And I met up with him, and he works. He sells coffee from his family's plantation from Nicaragua, and it's like his side of the business. He does like organic coffee, and roasts the beans himself and all that jazz. So he actually participates in like a local farmers market in Kingman, and he'll sell his beans and stuff, and he does deals with other people, so forth and so on. So I was like, hey, it's freaking Saturday. He could be at that farmer's market. Let's look it up on Facebook and see if he's actually there, because I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
So we stopped at the farmer's market and saw my buddy Alan Arnesto.
He was there?
He was,
That's
yeah,
rad.
he was actually
Just
there.
surprised him. You didn't tell him you were showing up. Or?
No, I ended up hitting him
Oh,
up on
okay,
Facebook,
yeah.
and he called me and shit. So he was like, and he ended up telling me, he's like, dude, I was really having like a rough morning this morning. You know, he's he's dealing with PTSD and stuff like that too. And he was like, I was really debating about coming here today, and da 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 da. And then my boy, and I haven't seen his son. His son's like a full on freaking adult now, and I haven't seen him since he was like the height of freaking Daisy. Like, he's a little kid.
Yeah.
And anyway, it was good to see him. He got all stoked. He was like, "Oh man, I'm so freaking happy now. I get to see
That's
you
cool.
and this and that." And so I bought a bunch of coffee from him. And
Shoot, yeah,
I should have brought some
through
of that
there
down
all
here,
the time.
too.
I wish I'd known. We drove through Kingman also. Stop, got some coffee.
yeah. And then it was good. It was good to see him. And then we headed home.
Yep.
Yep. And then we got home, and
Battery still works.
battery still works. Got a new battery.
Yeah.
New
That's
brand
all
new
it
battery.
was just the battery. It's so
Yeah, it was
weird.
just the
I was,
battery.
like the whole time when you were telling me, like, dude, my battery's dying. I'm like, dude, I'm like, fuck, it was an alternator. What the fuck else could it be?
Yeah. And I could
seems weird.
receiving full charge and
Yeah.
everything. I don't know. The Odyssey battery just
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
they're
weird.
garbage.
Yeah.
It's like I said, I don't know if it was the last time like I hit that last dollar road. I was just I didn't even air down.
Yeah.
So when I was hitting
Oh.
shit, it was like
Feeling
super
it all,
rattling.
yeah.
But I have like those little rubber pads in between
Yeah.
my battery brace and my battery, even to help.
Give a little cushion. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like
Yeah. You should be fine with that.
I don't know, but all of a sudden wouldn't go again.
They don't make batteries like they used to. They charge you a fucking shitload for them now, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well, congratulations.
appreciate it.
Sounds like an amazing trip.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but anyway, you guys need to go to Colorado, dude.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I already texted some people. I was like, when are we going to Colorado?
just like Norm said, man.
Yeah.
Freaking, it's fucking gorgeous out there. Like I said, I was literally locked into the Owen Wilson, dude. I was just like, as
Wow.
soon as we like rolled past, what was it, Dolores,
yeah,
the ci-
Dolores and
Dolores.
it was
right?
Dolores and then the one Montezuma.
Oh yeah, Montezuma. Yeah, as soon as we passed through those towns on our way up into there, dude, it was just like, no way.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem. Like I've always wanted to go, but like I don't want to not have at least a week. You know what I mean? I don't want to go there for like I got a 4-day weekend, let's roll, and I'm just gonna be disappointed because I don't get a taste. I want to be like, I need like at least like you guys took 10 days and you probably could have used longer even.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It was
The
pretty.
thing that justified it to me though too is like Colorado is literally closer than Oregon.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually surprisingly not as far as you.
Sounds far.
It does. That's what I mean. Yeah, from
Yeah.
where we're at in SoCal. But yeah.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, it was freaking awesome.
it was. And I think the time that we went to was perfect.
Yeah, time of the year seemed like rad. Just when it's starting to get cold, like you said, the fall
Yeah.
colors were out. That sounds
Just
like
started
the
snowing.
perfect time.
Yeah. So good time to go is like beginning of October because then you get the really yellow leaves from the aspens with the pines, which is really pretty, and then not too much snow.
Yeah, they're not shutting down trails yet,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
But definitely the first time with the whole combination of elevation and all that jazz.
Ooh. You got plans to
Like I was just like, fuck. How much is this goddamn 4-wheel drive fucking swap?
We're gonna do it.
I was like, God damn it. But I'm just looking at other ones. I'm just gonna buy a whole nother truck.
Oh, are you?
That's what I was gonna say. It's probably cheaper just to buy a whole
Yeah,
other
at that
truck.
point-
That's all the research that I've already done. That's pretty much what everybody says. Just buy another one.
I'm gonna start
And
looking at
use you
trucks now
and
for
keep
you.
yours and just
Yeah.
use it as like a parts truck.
Oh,
Or just different
I'll just keep it.
builds. Yeah.
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 Well, then you guys have his and hers vehicles.
Yeah, that's what we
that way,
talked
if you
about.
do get stuck, you can have one truck pull the other one up, and
That's literally what we talked about.
yeah, that'd be rad,
Let's
dude.
get married and have kids. She's gonna need to have the kids in her car.
Yeah, need
'cause
the
I'll be driving like an
SUV.
idiot.
Yeah, yeah, don't want to put him in the truck with him.
Nope.
He didn't air down and he went fast.
Yeah, no, that'd be fucking bitching, dude.
Yeah. Maybe do one as like the base camp and then do the other one as
Yeah, the
like
Explorer
as-
vehicle.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good idea.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yeah, man. 3rd gen 4Runner.
Cool. Now I get to start looking for new vehicles for you.
Get the
Dude,
limit like
honestly-
I had because it has a factory rear locker.
Or a
Honestly
GX or
though,
something.
like no shit, just the last like 2 weeks. I don't know if they like just did a new 4Runner update release, some sort of news. I feel like just looking like the last 3 or 4 days, even like all kinds of freaking 3rd gens are hitting the market right now.
Well, that's because everybody's like,
and they're
economy's about to
affordable.
tank. Yeah, economy's
Yeah,
about
no,
to tank.
prices on some vehicles.
People
Like,
are selling their shit
I've seen
like
some-
all
Oh,
over
yeah?
the place.
I've
Yeah,
seen some
now's the
good
time to
deals.
buy.
I send Ben shit all the time. I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I hit up a guy like last night. I was like, "Hey, dude, you take Venmo? Like,
Yeah.
I'll buy your shit right now. I'll fly to Colorado Springs and pick that shit up like right now.
Yeah.
I'll take the next couple days off work."
hey, just wait, dude. Some prices are gonna drop.
It was-
you can find some deals. Here
Wait
soon.
6 months, dude. 6
It was
months.
literally like
you'll
I
get
think
one.
it was like a 2001 third gen with like 138,000 miles on it.
Yeah, it's
that's
nothing.
it. 4x4 locker. Like I was like, I'll be there.
How much do you
I'm
want?
coming. Like I think like 10.5 or 11.
That's not bad.
It's not bad compared to what the hell's going on around out there.
Oh yeah. There's some pretty
People want like
wait-
20. If it's
wait
here in
6
California,
months.
it's like 20 grand for
Oh,
one
yeah.
of those, dude.
Yeah, I've seen some
Anyway.
silly shit, some silly prices on some stuff. Like people still trying to get like 100 grand for their fucking trucks.
Yeah.
It's not
That's-
2020 anymore, dude.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's why I'm not selling my Colorado anymore. Is because like you can't even like the new one. Brandon was just telling me, him and his brother went in to go buy 2 ZR2s, the new, right? And they were asking 15 grand over sticker.
Yeah.
But interest rates are so high that they're not going to sell them. They're going to start coming down.
Yeah, the interest rates are too
Yeah.
high. Yeah, Brandon's
And-
selling his Jeep,
Yeah.
his Gladiator.
Yeah,
Why?
he's got-
Because he busted the
Yeah,
shit out of it? You know you did. You know you busted it up.
well, you know what it is he wants to tow YJ.
Yeah, he wants a
So he
a
wants to
rock.
get like
Oh,
a
yeah.
Colorado because I was like, dude, just buy mine. And he's like, no, because not mine specifically, but like one like mine.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have markup on it and stuff. And he was like, no, but yours doesn't have the towing capacity that I would need to pull a YJ in a trailer.
Yeah, and the trailer and everything. Yeah,
Because his very first like major rock crawler was like a YJ. And he misses that thing.
yeah, he wants to go back.
Yeah, I heard that they did like a shit ton of freaking work on the new Bisons and shit now.
Oh yeah, they're fucking pretty rad.
Like they're building them solid as shit.
yeah,
Yeah, dude, they're
They have front and
legit.
rear lockers and shit.
That's what mine has.
Full,
but-
like they're saying like full armor and everything.
Well,
like,
the
from the
AEV
factory.
Yeah, the
Yeah, all the
AEV has
AEV shit.
steel skid plates and everything. Mine has aluminum,
Oh,
but mine's the ZR2, and then they have the AEV version, which is
Gotcha.
steel. But it's extra weight.
yeah, better gas
and
mileage. Yeah,
Mine is strong enough for what I need it for.
Yeah.
unless you're literally dragging it up rocks.
I'm not rock crawling with
Yeah.
that thing, dude.
Yeah.
No.
No, that's perfect for what you need. Just
But yeah, that's
full protection. Yeah,
that's why he wanted to get a new vehicle because the Gladiator can't tow like what he wants it to tow.
Yeah.
yeah. No, there's some.
That's like
deals,
the
though.
big thing,
Keep looking.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I kept freaking out because I keep wondering about that the guy that did my gearing. I was like, I keep having that suspicion that he put in the 4.56s instead of the 488s, and I'm like, if I had the 488s, would I be able to make it up that hill?
a little.
And
lower,
would
yeah.
it
I'm
matter?
pretty sure he put in the 488s.
Yeah, you
I
would
feel
know.
like I don't know, because I didn't notice a difference, dude. Going from like the 410s to the 488s, like it felt like there was like no difference. Like I couldn't, and everybody else I freaking watched the videos of, they're like, as soon as I put in 488s, like I could totally feel the
grabs and-
torque.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, I didn't feel shit. Like I didn't feel like any difference. That's why I feel like he like got confused and put in the wrong shit. But anyway, I'm already thinking about doing the 529s.
What
Throw
size tires you
529
have?
at 33.4s.
I don't think you
basically.
need. I have 529s and I'm running 37s. I don't think you need that big.
Yeah, but
He doesn't have low range.
That's what I
But-
mean. Oh,
But that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people that I've talked to, also they're like 529s is fine. Like with 488s right now, my RPMs are not high when I'm doing a freeway spree.
What about,
like doesn't bother me at all.
have you done like a tune or anything? Can you tune it?
You can't.
No, that's
Like,
right.
Nobody can really
Nobody in California can.
get into those apparently.
I might talk to somebody. But yeah,
Yeah, even that tuner dude that was at that last Riggs and Brews.
Yeah.
Nobody's garage
yeah.
guy.
Nobody's tuning.
No, nobody's tuning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
said they couldn't
He's-
figure it
oh,
out.
okay,
yet.
that's who I was thinking of. Yeah, he can't do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
unless they have now. I don't know.
Maybe.
But like,
Well,
when we
Opta
talk to
Pro,
him,
they would know.
Yeah, that's what I
they
talked to.
are the third gen Forerunner market, so they
right?
would know.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, just hit them up.
See what?
It may
need
not
more
be
power.
possible, but yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you have the power button?
Yeah, Zoom.
Right. The ECT.
Yeah, and then you take off overdrive. It's like the turbo
Yeah.
mode.
Yeah, but it doesn't really work that way though.
No, I know.
Did you
that's
turn
what-
off
tried
your
it.
air conditioning?
I was doing all that shit, dude. I was like, click, 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 click. Get out, bitch! No, just like- Drain the water. Take the tire with you.
Yeah.
We got to jettison some fuel. And, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but wait 6 months, dude.
Yeah.
People will be offloading
You'll
their
be finding some
stuff.
deals, dude.
all their
They're coming down in
toys.
price.
Yeah.
They're coming down, but people aren't desperate yet.
Yeah. Yeah, wait till people are
Wait till
desperate.
they're desperate. You strike them when they're desperate.
I need money for Timmy's Christmas presents. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's less than 6 months, but you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, I know. I got you.
But what about you, man?
Me.
You just went to Zion.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
How'd
a
you
story
like
for
it?
another day.
Yeah.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
my bad.
No. Yeah, I'll just briefly, but it was just we were there the same time you were, but we were kind of it was just a 4-day weekend. I'll describe that one another day here, but yeah.
Yeah.
He's
What
about-
about you, Ben? Updates?
Nah,
Eh.
meh.
Yeah.
I don't travel as much as I should.
Yeah.
I went out to Glamis last
As
weekend.
much as we
but-
want to.
Yeah. I mean, I can
Well,
quickly
yeah.
just mention my thing, but basically, I went to the end of the Rebel rally,
Yeah.
and where all the ladies came in, and that was like the
The
final
finish
stage,
line,
the
yeah.
finish
Yeah.
line, all that stuff. It was in Glamis. I've never been in Glamis, and it's sand dunes, so it's kind of like a little bit different scene. It's cool, but wasn't what I expected. And we camped out in the different washes and stuff, but they had like a big gala and everything on Saturday night. I arrived late Friday night after work, and I mean, it was cool just seeing all the people like talking about their experience and all the mind games that they were playing on them. They were literally handing them maps that were whitewashed out, so you really couldn't see. And that was like on purpose,
Yeah.
So like they were playing a bunch of mind games with them and stuff. And so they were just trying to like figure it out. But it was really cool. I was like hearing some of the stories, like they went through a lot. And so I want to definitely have somebody who actually did it come back on and say, yo, this is what went down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, because I couldn't do it justice. I was just there at the end. I just, heard it secondhand.
Spectating from the,
Yeah,
watching the
but, like,
videos and stuff. Yeah.
When I arrived, I will tell you this, on Friday night when I arrived, all the women were just like,
Exhausted.
like, don't talk to me. I just want to sit here and not even think.
Decompress. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was pretty
Stop.
intense. What's that?
He's looking at me like that's how I am every day.
No. No.
Yeah.
I was just saying that he was being respectful because he used the word woman
Oh,
or women.
Yeah.
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 Well, what
I was
supposed to say?
I was telling him earlier.
You're not allowed to.
Them dames.
Don't call them female.
Well,
Oh, okay.
Well, there was a team called Dirt Dames and Games.
Yeah.
you know?
that's a fine one. I was just informing him earlier that sometimes women don't like when you say females just because it can have like a negative connotation to it.
You guys
Not
know,
all women.
You guys
but-
know how I am too. I'm like lost in the sauce when it comes
Yeah,
to what I say
Oh, yeah.
versus how people get offended. And I
Yeah.
seem
I
to
don't
offend a lot of people, even though I don't
really
mean to.
great filter. Yeah.
My heart's in the right place,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Yeah. These broads,
But-
I mean,
yeah. But she was just correcting me, and I never heard that before. I didn't know that
good to be educated.
females get offended
You
by
just did it.
by saying females. You're supposed to say women. Women get offended by the word
The
females.
ladies.
I don't know.
You can
I didn't
say
realize
whatever
that.
you want.
I thought that was like, I don't know. This
You
doesn't
can
make
say
sense to
it.
me, but
So
I'm sorry. I
anyways.
didn't mean to. Anyway.
They were just beat. They were just like
the
"Don't."
females were beat.
Yeah.
That sounds way worse.
That sounds horrible.
Exactly.
I didn't
And then
say
my
it.
beat is like worn out, like just tired, like just done. And I could just kind of tell, and so they just wanted to go to bed. And the next day they were still tired, and they were all just kind of like recounting what had gone on. I was listening to some of the stories, and then they got ready for the gala, and it was pretty cool because they had like this huge tent and everything. And then
Yeah, all dressed up.
yeah, they all dressed up based on like the theme, right? Each team had like a theme. And like Opt Off Road, Kristen was the driver.
Yeah.
And it was the team Pony Express because they were driving a Bronco. And it was all Western wear. She looked, gorgeous in her Western dress and everything. And
nice.
Jason looked good. And, they just went out and had a good time. And, it was a good recap of
Yeah.
what they went through and the memories they made. Dirt Dames and Games, they were wearing a shirt on Saturday that literally summed it up. And it said, this has been, I'm gonna screw it up. It had something to do with like, this has been the longest year this week or something like that.
Oh yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
like, it just felt like a year-long thing, but it was all done within a week. And like that summed it up really well for me. So
Right on.
like from the outside looking in, obviously.
And all the different teams you guys have spoken to all did really well, or did anybody have like any major malfunctions that you know of? Or
Yeah, I mean, like
There were ups and downs.
there's ups and downs throughout the
all
whole
of them.
thing.
Yeah.
I mean, they went from like it being 14 degrees up in Mammoth, and they got all the way down, and the day they landed in the dunes was like 110. It was like temperatures, it was locations, it was terrain, it was everything.
mechanical
issues, yeah. And a lot of it was just stuff that could be like an axle, like Dirt Dames and Games, their Tundra, Jared's. They broke their axle because they went from soft sand onto pavement and turned too hard, and it just kind of like put too much tension on it and just snapped it because they had too much grip.
no shit.
Yeah, and they had to bring their own parts and everything. So
Like they must have been gunning it though.
well, yeah, and they were aired down as well, so you get more grip when you're aired down and stuff.
grabbed
So
it
it's
right,
like it was just like little things like that. But then you have Opt Off Road. They had their brand new 2022 Bronco, Sasquatch Badlands edition, whatever, and it was all kitted out and everything. And from the factory, it was a factory defect that took them off the course and put them in limp mode, and they couldn't figure it out, and it was going on for like 2 days. And all it was like this pinhole through the wiring harness that was like the sheathing on the outside, and then it was like shorting out. And that, like, who could have planned for that?
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was just, they had their ups and downs.
Ford,
So-
hello.
You know what's funny is Ford had their factory like engineers and everything out there too, and they had,
no way.
yeah, for
Yeah,
like
they're
their factory sponsored teams.
Yeah.
Opt Off Road did it all on their own. You know what I mean? And they got across the finish line.
Yeah.
So I will let them do it justice, but it was cool to be there at the end and talk to all of them and meet some new friends.
It'd be really cool if you could get like a couple of the competitors
Oh, different
Yeah.
competitors together
on the show at the
Yeah.
same time, just so they could like
share their almost different experiences. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, because
that'd be
some
fun.
teams kind of like not like teamed up, but they kind of like rolled together because
Yeah.
they needed support and stuff.
Yeah, like a little.
yeah,
Yeah.
because they said you're allowed to help each other, right?
Yeah, you're allowed to help each other. I mean, you're all
Yeah.
competing against each other, but
Didn't
you're
they-
also
Yeah.
trying to finish.
Didn't they get like sportsmanship or something? What they got some award?
I don't know.
Who was it, or was it Dirt Dames, and I think they got something like Spirit Award or
well,
something.
there's a bunch of different awards.
Yeah.
Rookies and
Yeah,
then this
rookie,
and that, you know. But they all did really well. I'm just amazed at them going through all that and actually making it across the finish line. Like that in and of itself is like a huge just
Yeah, just
we
to
made
finish
it.
that.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Like an endurance.
Screw the actual like I got first place, second
Yeah,
place,
yeah.
and I'm bummed out and blah blah. Like I would just be happy to participate because like the way I tried to position it, because some of them were bummed, some of them were like this. I was like, guys, listen,
a lot of work.
do you go to the New York City Marathon and expect to beat all the Kenyans? No, I'm being genuine. Like I'm serious. Like they train their whole lives for this shit. Like they're built for this. They do all this stuff. But people don't go to the New York City Marathon to win. They go to like participate, and they go to like, I did this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's
accomplishment. Yeah.
like an accomplishment. Like, you know, just
Yeah, you
to
don't-
be there.
Like not to have people lose faith in the United States military or anything like that, but you know how many guys I've tried to teach land navigation to that have no idea
Yeah.
how to shoot an azimuth, no matter how many times you show them.
Yeah.
You could explain everything on a topographic map, dude.
Doesn't come natural to
They have no idea. No matter how many times you explain it to them. The fact that they can freaking finish an entire course in a vehicle. We do
a week long.
we do
miles off road.
We do pace counts to figure out our distances. You know what I mean? Like you're walking. How the hell do you do that with tires and all that shit?
Well, not
like,
only
dude,
that, they have
they've already
no-
achieved something in my
Exactly.
opinion. Like,
Right.
dude, they've already busted their ass in my opinion.
And they don't even know exactly where the waypoint is. Like they just have to figure it out.
Yeah.
Based off of like protractors and paper maps and stuff. It's amazing. So we'll have a whole nother episode. I like your idea because I actually was trying to get both of them on it, like, you know, competing.
That would be
teams
just
at the same
really
time, just
cool
because,
to
like,
have two
Oh, where
different-
were you at doing this? And we did that. You know,
how'd you handle this one?
yeah, like
Yeah.
I have a couple people in my mind
Yeah,
that
yeah,
would
I
do
think
it, but
Yeah.
I was just glad to be there at the end because you could see the emotions. They were just like, God, we just did this, you
Yeah.
know? And for some people, it was like, this is like one of my main bucket list items, you know, and they accomplished it. So,
Yeah, I wonder what it's going to be like though, like, or what it would be like to like a day later or something like that once it actually
hits and
hits. You know, once they actually get to rest for a
Decompressing.
minute, decompress, and then they're like, okay, now it's time for the dance off. You know what I mean?
A lot of them were like, I can't even post right now because I have too much going through my head. I'll connect with the Instagrams in a couple days and let you know how my experience was. But I actually talked to a lady today that I met. She was driving a first gen Tacoma with her partner. It literally was like my old Tacoma. And
Nice.
you don't have to have the latest and greatest Bronco Raptor. You know what I
Oh no,
mean?
there's a lot of old, like 400 GXs, just random like.
Oh yeah, the GX. That's a whole nother story. I don't want to like make this episode about it, but like there was a whole GX incident and everything. So it's like it's very interesting how this whole thing goes down. But I just am very proud and amazed at like 1,200 miles all off road, paper maps, navigation, mind games on top of it, not knowing what's going to happen. You know, just trying to make it to the finish line from Mammoth down to Glamis.
Yeah.
I was like, that's like,
Did the Mojito Jeep make it?
yeah.
Hell yeah.
There was an old, I think there was like a Disco 2 in there.
Yeah, I think there was too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention to who made it, who did, and whatever else, but like,
No, I was watching I would keep track with it, and there's a few people I was following in it just to see how they were doing. Some of the people are like, holy shit, like Andrea Schaefer, I can't remember last time I saw, they're like up there like top 20 or something.
yeah. And Rivian, the Rivian factory team won.
Yeah.
Then you had the Jeep team and the
Of course, they get the cheat. They get it recharged.
Yeah.
All they want.
We'll tell those stories, but yeah. No, there was a lot of opinions and theories out
You
there.
add some more
And
classes to the
I don't
race.
want to go down that
Yeah.
road personally. I will let
Yeah.
the others describe it. But yeah, it was just cool. So I'm glad I went. I got to see Glamis. I got to see my friends. And I look forward to. I just want to be somehow participating in this next year. I can't drive. I can't navigate. Like
Maybe
it's
we
an
could look up, like,
all-female one, but
Circle L Overland was out there, but he was doing, I don't know if he was when he was, his duty as the Forest Service or something like that when he was out there.
yeah, I don't
He
know.
was doing
I mean,
something. He was doing something with the races, though.
I just want to participate. Like Jason, he's Opt Off Road. He was supporting his wife. They were just literally following him along. Like they didn't know exactly where they were going to go, but they were camping along the way and they were doing like
Yeah.
a version
A
of
guy's
the Rebel
trip
Rally. Yeah.
following it.
But they were there like to kind of support him and meet him at the end, So like that's something I want to do next year.
Yeah.
Is just to kind of like go along,
They had a
because I can't
breakdown,
participate, but I can participate in my own way.
Yeah. I like that.
They because we were talking about it, they're going to map because they kept all the coordinates and mapped the
Yeah.
course. They're going to try and run it, afterwards. Like, hey, let's all go do a trip and run the Rebel course, just on our own time, leisure, and we have it all mapped out now. We know where to go.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like
It's a rad little course. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, a lot of the
A lot of
days they
miles.
would just like go in an area and go in circles and crisscross
Yeah,
over
yeah.
and stuff like that. Like those we wouldn't necessarily
No,
do,
you
but you
just
would like
bypass
make
through
your
there.
way down,
Yeah.
kind of like how they did. So
Yeah, cut it a little bit shorter trip, but
Yeah.
it'd be rad to see all the areas.
yeah, so that was the only thing I did. I'm gonna go on some vacation sometime soon. I don't know. I listen to you guys and I watch your guys' Instagrams and stuff, and I'm like, I used to go out all the time. Now I can't even get away. So
Shit, I feel like
I'm
I
jonesing.
feel like you guys go out way more than I get to.
Yeah.
Shit.
We do a lot of
We
dumb stuff,
never get
though.
to go
he
out.
goes out more than I do.
I go I mean, it looks like we're
Local
going out.
stuff?
Yeah, I do a lot of local stuff.
Yeah.
I don't get that many big trips a year. So
Yeah, I feel like I'd like try to save up like all the local stuff
Yeah.
into just one
Big,
week
massive.
of awesomeness.
it would probably be better. I spend way too much on gas and stuff, just hitting like little stuff here and there. I'm like,
Yeah.
could I get an invite? Like, that sounds like fun. Okay, I'll go. And I'll spend like a couple
Yeah.
$100 in gas.
Yeah, that was like the bummer too, because I got the 2 weeks off, but she could only get 1 week off. So I was literally like going back and forth in my head, like, I will fly you home.
Yeah.
I'll stay here
Yeah.
for a week. You know,
I'll
like-
pick you up at the airport. Yeah.
but then I would just feel weird, like
No, yeah.
hanging out by herself. But I could probably make Imogen without you in
All
the
the
truck.
way.
I'm just kidding.
You're like, I'll fly you home so I can make the pass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Next time.
I'll have all that extra power
Yeah.
when I kick your little $120 soaking wet
Whatever.
ass out of the car.
Disclosing her weight on
Jeez,
a
man.
podcast.
I know.
Jeez, man.
90 pounds. What are we talking about?
Ruthless.
Jeez,
Yeah.
come on now.
But yeah, luckily
I don't even know if that's accurate. I'm just guessing.
No numbers, yeah.
luckily, and also I don't know, my request for time off when we planned to go to Oregon got denied because we had PTO changes. So instead of it like resetting on your hire date, which would have been October for me, they changed it to like the calendar year.
Oh,
so
that's lame.
thankfully for me, it's gonna reset in January.
Oh,
so,
that's actually good then.
yeah, we'll have some time next year to do Oregon.
So
maybe.
January 1st, we're leaving for 2 weeks.
Well, no, I mean, like, I want to do something over the holiday, but I have to be back like the very first week of January because it's like our busy season. It kicks off. And I'm going on my trip like mid-December, and I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks. But yeah, I want to go camping because my trip's not camping. So
Yeah, we need some more camp
Where
time.
are you going?
oh, I'll tell you after the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a secret.
Oh, so but you already have it planned.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
Bob paid for.
Yeah, bottom paid for. That's
Yeah.
good.
Oh shit.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, you want to get some plugs?
Yeah.
Wrap
Why
it.
not? I'm trying to think what I wanted to plug tonight. I don't know, because it's Friday. Yeah, it'll probably be too late. I'm going to go, if you're listening to this Friday, tomorrow, I think
Saturday.
which would be Saturday. I think I'm going up. Ooh,
Lytle Creek?
yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. I'm debating if I should have said anything.
Doing some trail cleanup.
trail cleanups
stuff,
and
right?
repairs. Yeah, I'm helping Ollie rig for dirt. We're going to go up
The
there.
other podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. He needed somebody with big tires and winches to do something. I don't know what we're doing. We're just going up there and moving
So I got
boulders
big
or some
tires,
shit.
I got
don't fucking
winch.
know.
Well, I could always come up there and you guys could move me.
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah, we can drag you around. Yeah, yeah. I got big tires and a winch, but two-wheel drive. Yeah, so I don't know what we're doing, but he said he needs some help doing some shit, so I'm gonna head up there in the morning, probably Saturday morning. I think
Nice.
I'm gonna go. So yeah,
Nice.
probably be some other people up there too. Say
Yeah.
hi.
I've still not gone to Lytle Creek yet. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
Neither have I.
all right. All right,
I haven't been there either.
it's a nice little area.
We've driven past it many times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I talked to her about it, but we just still haven't done it.
Yeah, there's a couple different like trips going on between people
Oh,
we
that's right.
know. There's a Bradshaw Trail trip.
Yeah.
There's a
I wanted to do that Bradshaw Trail trip, but I just don't have. I can't go for that long. This is just like a morning run. We're going up at 9 a.m. We're going to be done by 1
Yeah.
a.m.
well, I think they're leaving on like Friday night and getting back Sunday.
Yeah,
but
I can't-
even I can't do that because Sunday I have an event I need to go to.
Yeah, I can't do the whole weekend, unfortunately. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, cool. Got any plugs?
Yeah, who you want to plug?
I mean, hey, thanks AutoZone for honoring your your warranty and replacing my battery. That was a good help. Thank you for doing all the work and the phone calls and actually getting it worked out. Thank you, Jason from Opt Off Road,
Hey.
for suggesting those rear coils. They worked out brilliantly.
Your bumps.
Oh yeah,
Duro
thanks for
bumps.
Duro Bumps.
Yeah,
Thank
hook
you,
you
Duro
up.
Bumps, for replacing me being an idiot and basically destroying your
Putting a
Duro
little
Bumps,
bit
putting them
more,
through the putting them through the paces. I guess heating them
Yeah.
up a little bit too much. I could thank Shelby's mom, but she doesn't listen to this at all. For what? Why are you shaking?
She's
your
like,
head?
no, she
She
doesn't.
doesn't
She
listen.
doesn't.
No, I
She
know.
doesn't want to listen to you talk about how you're vacuuming for the 4th time today. She's good on that.
Whoa, babe. Whoa.
Dude, shots
Sorry.
fired. It's already 8:15. Yeah.
Well,
she's-
I'd thank her mom for saying yes,
Giving you permission.
giving me
There
permission
you go. There you go.
to ask her. But yeah, thanks to you guys for having me out, and
always a
thanks for
pleasure,
having me
dude.
out at Little Smokies too. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, dude, your dish, I need to eat it when I'm hungry because it was delicious, but I was already full at that point. And I was just like, oh
Dude,
my
right?
God, I want to eat more of it. But then
Some
I'm
good
like,
comfort food. Oh,
yeah, it was good, man.
that was one of those things where like I didn't want to reach my fingers into the bag for the cheese, so I
Just
went
shook
to
it.
shake the bag, and then
Yeah, a
the
lot
whole
of
bag
cheese.
fell out.
Oh, it's great. It's perfect.
And it was just a shit ton of cheese. I was like, whatever, it's still good.
Yeah, no, it was delicious, dude. Like, I want you to make that at another, I don't know, camp out we do.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What about
Actually,
you?
I've actually made that dish for a lot of friends.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Shelby, plugs.
Oh Oh man, what was it?
Oh, Onyx Hunt too.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Onyx.
You helped us a lot.
Definitely, 100%. That is like the only reason that we got to where we needed to be. Coffee Cowboy.
Oh, we just say the Coffee Cowboy.
And
Come on.
Telluride. If you're
Yeah.
there, get a Butch Cassidy. And then Jeff, don't know his last name, from Just Chillin' in Lake City.
Oh, hell yeah.
You guys know that.
Chilling.
Jeff. My name is Jeff.
My name's Jeff.
Was it Jeff though?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's like, yeah.
I totally freaking forgot. I mentioned that Toyota,
Oh yeah,
the white Toyota that was stopped on the side of the trail.
yeah.
I didn't know where the hell the guy was. On our way back down in the
Engineer
afternoon
Pass.
on Engineer Pass, we came back down that same trail, and he's out there, ripped off his freaking oil pan.
Ooh.
Ooh.
He was replacing his freaking oil pan and refilling it with oil. I'm like, hey man, are you all right? Like, do you need anything? Do you need tools, this and that, whatever? And by the time like we got to him after we ran all the trails and shit, he was like already buttoned up and filling it back up with oil or whatever. But he showed me his oil pan and stuff, and I can't remember if it was the Highlander or what.
Yeah,
I
the
cannot
little-
remember what the hell. We probably have it on video, to be honest. But he went over a rock, but then the car dropped down on the backside of his oil pan and dragged it on a rock, which punctured a little tiny hole in it. And he was just going down the
Leaving the
trail. And I
trail.
remember because he had like his front bumper like all tied up with orange
Straps.
strings.
Yeah.
Orange strings holding his bumper on. And that's why I originally was like, I hope this guy is okay, because he looks like he fucked up his front skid plate or his bumper or whatever. Anyway, so apparently Toyota has like a automatic shut off. So as soon as your oil gets down to a certain level, it just shuts your motor off.
Oh,
That's
that's
smart.
kind of nice.
Saves
Yeah.
your motor.
Yeah. So then he basically had to remove his oil pan. So somebody gave him a ride back into town,
Just left it there. Came
brought
back.
him back, dropped him back off with all the tools, new oil pan, and all that shit. He dropped his oil pan, put on a new freaking oil pan, refilled it up with oil, and he was showing me the oil pan. And it's like where you like the drain plug's like up here, but then the oil pan has like different. Like a different reservoir
low
underneath
levels.
where the drain is. So even when you drain the oil,
You don't get all of it. Yeah.
you got like a quart left behind the
stupid,
pan,
dude.
dude. I'm
Yeah.
like, who designed that, man? What the hell? But anyway, the guy seemed okay. I totally forgot about that part. I meant to mention that part on the way back from Engineer Pass. But anyway, the guy was okay. He was fine.
Did
He
a little
lived.
That's
you know,
good.
trail repair. You got
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. But sorry, I just popped it in my head.
No, that's all right.
Just left that freaking open string just blowing around over there.
So yeah, plugs.
My bad. My bad.
No, I think that was it. I think that's all I got. Coffee.
the burning ass.
barbecue. Oh, burning ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Burning Ass Trading Company and Hooray.
Hooray. Right on.
Nice. So yeah, 10 out of 10. Highly recommend Colorado.
Yep.
Yeah. It is.
I'm gonna
gorgeous,
have to
especially
go.
during this season.
I'm gonna have to go.
It's a trip.
On my list. I want to go bad.
What do you got, Jared?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I did my little Rig for Dirt thingy. Oh, there was I can't remember. That's in November. There's a Lost Lizard poker run I'm gonna go to.
Yeah, I'm going to that too.
Oh.
November 3rd.
Yeah, November 3rd.
Yeah.
It's out in I think Akatia area, right? Or Anza-Borrego.
Yeah. Jesse
Yeah.
ARC Trooper mentioned it.
That'd be a fun
so-
one. Those are always fun little poker runs.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's out in the desert.
What's the
It's like a scavenger hunt kind of idea thing,
Oh.
and yeah, they're
They
fun.
call it poker runs because
Didn't you just have one like out at like Laser Town or something like that? Did you guys just have
that was
one
like a
out there?
fundraiser.
That was just a fundraiser one, yeah.
But yeah, poker run is basically like every checkpoint you go to, you get a new poker card, and then whoever has the best hand at the end.
Yeah,
Oh,
you gotta find all the checkpoints, and then at the end you go, hey, I got a
royal flush.
That sounds like fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would lose.
yeah,
Yeah,
too.
me too.
Just about
I'd
fun.
be back there on the hill just looking at the sky.
Yeah, man.
No, well, I'm
Yeah, so if anybody knows anything about a 4-wheel drive swap and how easy it could be,
Adam will help
Yeah, Adam, he's your
I know,
guy.
right?
Big rig, yeah.
yeah.
Right on.
Noise.
Gosh darn it, Twig rig.
Well, I mean, oh shoot, yeah, we had that one listener who came out to Little Smokies. He 4-wheel swapped his Tacoma.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
pretty
I,
easy.
yeah. I talked to him for a minute too.
Did you? Okay, yeah.
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 Yeah, honestly, realistically,
can do it.
I would just probably buy a new one.
Yeah.
That's what you
just
should
get a
do.
second one. You just need a second vehicle.
I'll just wait
Everybody
until
needs
the sixth gen comes out, and I'll just get one of those.
Yeah. No
Actually, I've been looking at
90
the Land
grand.
Cruisers,
The new Land Cruisers or the old ones?
the new ones,
Big money.
So they're
55 grand.
that's it.
That's not what they're going to go
like,
for.
there's no way.
They'll go for at
dude.
least 80 base.
Yeah.
That's, my buddy can get them in Afghanistan for pretty cheap. So
Well, yeah. Let's ship them over, bro. Yeah. Get a lot of shit out there cheap.
Hell yeah.
practically free.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I just want to give a quick shout out to the Rebel Rally, all the Rebel racers and navigators. You know who you are. I did a post. It was good seeing you all at the finish line. So thanks for inviting me out.
Yep.
Other than that, I'm good.
Me too.
All right.
We all good.
And congratulations.
All good in the hood. Yes.
And
Congratulations to you too.
It's amazing.
Thank you, gentlemen.
So happy for you.
Can't wait to invite myself to your wedding.
You're
gonna show up.
invited.
All right.
We're just gonna get the coordinates and just bomb it.
That's what
Or
you should do. You
crash
should
it.
make it a scavenger hunt
Ooh.
Ooh.
Just get
And
some
just drop
GPS
it.
coordinates and say,
and be like, be here, be square. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Right. Here's your compass.
Yeah.
That'll be the invitation
Rebel
box. It'll
Rally.
compass
Yeah.
protractor map.
There you go. Oh, I like it.
You know,
Mike
be
Bravo
something like-
0606
Aric finally found his way.
202241.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
Cool.
Awesome.
Let us know.
Maybe I'll leave the invitation in the bottom of a whiskey bottle. So if you don't drink, you can't come.
Message in a bottle. All right.
All right, everybody.
It's time.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Thank you.
Yep. Bye,
Always a
y'all.
good time.
Be safe on the trail.